Let's go, chat. Let's go, let's go, let's go. We are back. All right, what's up, chat? What's up, Stain? What's up, Ready? What's up, Nitrous? Ventus, Pancake, what's up, what's up, what's up? Let's go. All right, hold on. Let's turn the music down just a little bit here. Hold up. All right, guys, what's up? We are back. It's good to be back. I did not stream yesterday. You guys know what happened yesterday. I've got some bad news, and I've also got some good news, all right? So if you guys know, okay, yesterday I kind of let everybody know, so I was using GPT 5.6, right? And I was using GPT 5.6 to handle a very, very simple Stripe migration, okay? And I did this Stripe migration, right? And I went to bed, okay? I deployed the code, I went into bed, and I woke up in the morning, and I pulled up the Stripe dashboard, okay? I pulled it up, and I was shocked when it was down thousands of dollars, okay? The MRR for BridgeMind was down thousands of dollars. And I was like, whoa, what's going on? Like, you know, there's an exodus overnight. And it had actually turned out that GPT 5.6 had wrote code that actually caused there to be a mass cancellation of all subscriptions in the Vibecademy Stripe account, okay? So it didn't affect BridgeMind, it affected the Vibecademy Stripe account, which is still worth, it's a lot less, but, you know, still worth a couple $1,000s, right? So I just want you guys to know, I have a couple things to show you of what I was doing yesterday that I'm excited to show you guys because I think it's sick. But we did fix it, okay? We did fix it, and we actually used Fable 5 to fix it. I've been getting cooked on X for this, okay? But this is one thing I want to talk about just right at the start of the stream. Yeah, Stain, yeah, the heart drop was crazy. I was like, well, honestly, I was just more so confused because I saw it and I was like, okay, something is not right? I saw it and I was like, okay, something is not right. But I was working on this yesterday. I was a little bit offline yesterday, wasn't super active. But guys, check this out. So this is the new BridgeBench, okay? And we're going to be working on this today. We're also going to be working on Bridge Space and Bridge Voice, okay? I shipped some updates yesterday. But check this out. So this is the arena that if you guys watched the last stream, we've been working on this arena-based benchmark. And just to get started for proof of concept, we've only put 2 models in this arena, okay? And I ran this morning. I ran about a little bit over 100 tasks here. And look at this, guys. In this arena, Fable 5 is dominating, okay? It has an 82% win rate versus GPT 5.6 Sol. And if you go to this benchmarks page, like look at this, guys, this BS bench, okay? Let's look at the leaderboard here, okay? There were 21 matches and Fable 5 won 20 of them, okay? GPT 5.6 Sol hallucinates way too much. If you look at the hallucination benchmark, we ran 20 matches and Fable 5 won 18 of them. Okay, so it has a 90% win rate over GPT 5.6 Sol, and this is really, for me, uncovered the fact that GPT 5.6 Sol, guys, cannot be trusted, okay? I know that a lot of people like this model, and everybody has their different preferences, but for me personally, like if you guys go down to this hallucination rate, okay, this is and I need to make a video so that I can kind of get my thoughts out clearly here, but this is one thing that I'm seeing with this model that I really want you guys to see and understand, okay? GPT and OpenAI, they have been refusing to solve one of the largest issues with GPT models. If you guys go here on artificial analysis, okay, look at GPT 5.3 Codex, GPT 5.2, okay, we'll throw all these models in here, okay? And, oops, hold up, I clicked the wrong thing. But I want to just show this to you guys, okay? Stain said he loves the one-on-one. Thank you, man. Yeah, I'm trying my best. So look at this, okay? So GPT 5.6 is right here, okay? It has a hallucination rate of 88.8%, okay? And GPT 5.2 had a hallucination rate of 79%, okay? 5.5 had 86%, 5.3 had 87%, 5.4 had 89%. These GPT models are just genuinely hallucinating too much, and it's causing some seriously destructive things to take place. Like, look at where Fable 5 is at here, okay? 54%. And then Opus 4.8 is all the way down here at 35%, okay? So I just want you guys to see this, and I want you guys to, if you guys do like GPT 5.6, okay, be careful, okay? Because this model hallucinates a lot. Somebody said Gemini Pro is released from Google. Did they? Is that true? Is that true? Hold on. It said, can somebody check that? The Fort said that Gemini Pro just released from Google. Is that true? All right, hold on. Let me get the grind music on, and then we'll lock in a little bit. But I just wanted you guys to kind of look at this and just kind of, I haven't even made a video on GPT 5.6, and there's kind of a reason that I haven't. It's, I don't think that the model is like very good. I hate to say it. I actually don't like the model. I don't like GPT 5.6, especially after yesterday. Somebody said fake news. Okay. What's the plan for today? What are you working on? What's the goal? So check this out, guys. So this is, yeah, Kimmy K3. I did see that tomorrow. So this is what we're going to be working on at least for the next 36 minutes, okay? We're going to focus in on this, and I want you guys to look at this, okay? You guys can go check this out at BridgeBench.ai. Okay, this is now open source. Go drop a star on the repo if you want. Okay, but this is a head-to-head arena now, okay? And we're gonna be testing this. We're gonna be polishing up a little bit. But I ran the initial results this morning. I ran about 100 matches through this. It cost a decent amount of money. Okay, I'm funding this personally. But can you guys see what I'm seeing? Okay, like when you put Fable 5 head-to-head versus GPT 5.6, Fable 5 is just absolutely like mogging it. The only thing that GPT 5.6 will do better on is security, which actually is very telling in itself. Now, we've only done 8 matches here, but it has a 75% win rate. We'll run more matches during this stream. But if you guys look at this, I mean, the reason that Fable 5 is not beating Soul here and that GPT 5.6 is actually winning is because GPT 5.6 will actually answer, whereas Fable 5 puts up a guardrail. So somebody say congratulations on 250K ARR. Thank you, man. I appreciate that. So this is a little bit of a pivot, and it's a direction that I want to take because we're moving it from a task-based benchmark to an arena-based benchmark, okay? And I was actually making some updates. I got another, I think it's like $15,000 in Cursor credits. So I'm not sponsored by Cursor, but they just they give me a little bit of help. So I was using Fable 5 in Cursor, okay? And we're trying to get this updated so that this runs. Look, if you guys look at this, this is pretty cool. You can go to the arena here, okay? And you can actually watch these run live. Okay, you can watch these run live. Is there a mic echo? Is that true? Somebody said, didn't every single MRR get canceled? So no. So if you guys are just joining in now, okay, I did have an issue, okay? I will show you guys this. It's right here. I actually made a post about it on X. So check this out, okay? So this is what happened the other day, okay? If you guys look here, what you're going to see is that GPT 5.6 wrote code that canceled all of the subscriptions in my Vibecademy Stripe account, okay? So thankfully, this only affected, let's say, like 50 subscriptions, okay, which is a good thing. That's not that many compared to if that happened in the BridgeMind account, that would be a whole different level. But I was actually able to fix this using Fable 5. GPT 5.6 called itself reckless. It said that was reckless. And it said, yes, this was a catastrophic failure of judgment on my own part. And this is just a reminder for you guys that are vibe coding, okay? Be careful, okay? Because things like this can happen. If you look at this here, it's actually very interesting. It wrote a mock, right? It wrote a test that just confirmed its own assumption. So rather than writing a test that may have tested this specific edge case, instead it just wrote a test that confirmed its own thoughts. And then, like, that's what you're dealing with GPT 5.6. And I know a lot of people that are watching probably prefer GPT 5.6, right? But I just want you guys to know that I personally do not like GPT 5.6, okay? Especially after this. You know, it's kind of funny. Like, people on X, like I would call it like conspiracies. They're like, well, he's just sponsored by Anthropic. Like, Yeah, no, I'm not sponsored by Anthropic. This genuinely happened, and it's not good. All right. All right, so check this out. So this is what we're seeing right now on BridgeBench, okay? What do you guys think so far with BridgeBench? What do you guys think so far? Do you guys think it's cool? Go check it out. We've only run about 100 tasks and matches. So the current win-loss is 84 for Fable 5 and 18 for GPT 5.6 Soul. But I don't know. I like it. We're going to go to the arena. So there's one bug that we need to fix here within the next 32 minutes, okay? So one really cool thing that I like about this benchmark, okay, is that you can actually watch them run live, okay? But we have an issue, okay? The bug is right here. If you guys look at this. Okay, so somebody said, I kind of want to see them fight visually so it's appealing and not only text. So I agree. So Insanity, I'm totally with you on this, okay? So we actually have a bug right now that we need to solve within the next 31 minutes and 47 seconds, okay? So do you guys see how this is frozen right now? So the reason that this is frozen is because I stopped the arena. If I go to admin, I'll kind of show you guys what this looks like. Let me just sign in with Discord real quick. Sign in with Discord. And then I'll go down. And I am an admin, so you guys can't do this, but watch this. So if I go over to this page here, I can actually run these, okay? But the problem with them being frozen is that I actually canceled some of them, and then they're just like stuck. Do you guys see this? So these, I canceled them. Like, do you see how I canceled them here? So I'm canceling them, and it says cancel requested, which did stop them, but it didn't actually fix it, okay? So we need to fix that. And then once we fix that, then it'll unfreeze the watch live, because the watch live is like pretty sick. But right now it's like frozen like this. If you guys look here, you can see that it's literally just like frozen right now. So we're going to have to fix this. Let me just screenshot this real quick. And we're going to go over to Fable here. Okay. I'm not going to be using GPT 5.6 a whole bunch because I just don't think that it's a great model. And that's just personal preference. Okay. That's just my opinion. I don't know. I mean, chat, like, who in the chat likes GPT 5.6? Drop a W in the chat if you are, like, a huge fan of GPT 5.6. Drop an L in the chat if you don't like it. All right, and let's just see what people think. I need you to review the screenshots here and note that I did cancel these benchmarks, and it says cancel requested, but it did not actually cancel them, and it did not stop the benchmark. And when I go to the live screen, they're not running, but they are frozen. Would you review this in complete depth and figure out what is causing this and update the code so that when an admin does click cancel, that it stops it successfully? And then in the pages where you're able to watch live, it doesn't just freeze up. Make sure that the live pages are actually only rendering live benchmarks that are running. Okay, we got some W's, we got some L's. You know, I think that it's really interesting because everybody has their own preferences, right? Steve is Legend over on Twitch said it's a solid place to manage my weekly Fable with, as I can't buy multiple Claude's $200 plans. Yeah, so that's what a lot of people are saying as well, is just that, I mean, hey, Fable is more expensive, right? So, I mean, hey, you are running into the issue where it's like, pick your poison, right? Do you want to spend more money and do you want to get access to a better model, or do you want to spend less money and access a model that is definitely not better? I mean, like, this is very telling when you're running it through a benchmark, right? And you have LLMs that are acting as judges, right? I think that this is going to be really helpful for us in the future. Right now, this is just shipped out in alpha, and we've only put Fable 5 and GPT 5.6 Soul in it. But you guys are seeing what I'm seeing, right? Like, Fable 5 has a 82% win rate on this. And it even gets worse when you look at, like, very particular benchmarks like Hallucination or the BS bench. Like, look at this. It's got a 95% win ratio on the BS bench, okay? Like, I don't know. I think that that's pretty hard to argue with, you know? For this price, GPT 5.6 is way better. Yeah, that is another thing, too, is, like, them removing the 5-hour usage limits are kind of crazy. That's... Removing the 5-hour usage window, I mean, people are saying that now they're just running into the weekly limit, but man, that's actually like kind of crazy that they did that, to be honest. That was before GPT 5.6 came out, NQ. All right, I don't think it's long before everyone hops onto the Fable trend. The AI market right now is a heavy arms race. Yeah, well, I mean, they did extend it. I mean, who in the chat? It was so funny. I did not think that they were going to extend it on Sunday. I was like, we were kind of talking about it in the Discord, and I was like, are they really going to extend this on a Sunday? Like, and they did. Which, at this point, it's like, okay, are they just going to continue to extend this? Like, come on. It just seems like a marketing... It just seems like a marketing stunt. Splitfire said they will keep extending 100%. Probably, yeah. I mean, they can't not extend it without either releasing a new model or they have to release a new model. I mean, they could literally drop like Fable 5.1. I'm not even kidding. They could drop Fable 5.1. Next Opus on the 19th. That's why. That's possible. Isn't the 19th like a Sunday though? Or is that a Monday or when is it? Yeah, I can drop the playlist that I'm playing. Here's the playlist if anybody is interested. I'll drop it right here. I kicked off a ChatGPT Soul Extra high goal that ran for 24 hours and OpenAI cleared usage midway. All in all, it brought me down to 60% for the week. Insane value for the money. Yeah. I mean, I just have a problem with the hallucination rate in the BS. Like, that is the biggest drawback of using GPT models is like it's not close. It's like it is genuinely a massive problem of GPT models that I don't think enough people are talking about is, yeah, you do a BS benchmark and Fable 5 is winning at 95% of the time. And a hallucination benchmark, it's winning 90% of the time, right? So I really like this BridgeBench arena because you're starting to see like what the models look like when they're actually put head to head. Now, like I said, like, hey, security, GPT 5.6 is beating out Fable 5 because in security, GPT 5.6 is better than Fable 5. Fable 5, when we start, we're gonna solve a couple bugs that we have right now, but when we run this, you guys will see it firsthand. Fable 5 will reject all of these security tasks. It'll just guardrail it, it'll fall back, and it'll reject it, right? Which is a huge problem. But with GPT 5.6, those guardrails are actually not as, they're not as strict. And I think that BridgeBench right here, even though we've only run 8 tests, we've only run 8 matches here, you can see it's got a 75% win ratio. And the reason is because it's literally, Fable 5 is just getting blocked. Now, there's other benchmarks like the reasoning benchmark that they're actually a little bit closer in. Now, we've only run 9 matches, but Fable 5 has a win ratio of 67% here. Harry said Fable 5 just clears, bro, like not even close. Yeah, that's what we're seeing. And the thing is that, like, who in the chat, do you guys want to see me add in more models? Because I am funding this personally, but I would easily drop like 10K into this benchmark and just like let it go. The problem is like, obviously, like, BridgeBench isn't really making a lot of money right now. Like, it's not making any money. There's no way for BridgeBench to make money unless the Frontier Labs would be willing to sponsor BridgeBench, okay? And, like, that is a possibility. That was something that I was thinking about. I was actually on a walk. Yesterday, it was pretty cool. Like, if you guys don't know anything about just, like, my history or anything, I am a triathlete, okay? So, for example, yesterday, you know, I didn't stream. And because I didn't stream, I went on like a 20-mile bike ride, and the entire time I was just thinking about like the different options, and you could potentially reach out. So yeah, so it is marketing for Bridge products technically, right? Because it's tied into the BridgeMind ecosystem. And right now, like, that's a huge reason to do it, right? Because it generates so much, you know, publicity and visibility on, I don't know, like X and stuff, right? Which is good. But the thing is, it's like, hey, am I going to bleed like $10,000? I guess that's possible. But all these companies they're sponsoring the benchmarks. OpenAI, they're sponsoring artificial analysis, okay? XAI, they're sponsoring artificial analysis. So I'm like, maybe with BridgeMind, how big it is right now, would it be possible to land a sponsorship for like $10,000 a month from one of these labs? Like, that's nothing to these labs. But hey, if you get $10,000 a month in sponsorships, you could potentially run this benchmark. You could fund it with the money from the labs. It would just really need to get on their radar. So we need to do a really good job in making this benchmark. But what I'm seeing here, this is actually much more accurate than what I was seeing from the previous BridgeBench V3 benchmark. Okay, let's see. What did Stain say? Stain said, or maybe not pointless, but not worth it yet. What's, It would be very interesting to add in like Grok 4.5. Right now, just for alpha, the reason that I did only Fable 5 for now and GPT 5.6 Sol is everybody is talking on X right now, like which model is better. It's not even close, guys. It's not even a question, okay? Now, there's different things like that come into play, like price, all these different things. I definitely think people will eat up a visual 1v1 where they can select two models to compare and see them fight during the benchmark. Yeah, so let's, one thing I want to do, let's get a couple more agents running for us. Hold on. So I'm going to grab this one, and I'm going to drop in BridgeBench API. I'm also going to drop in BridgeBench UI. I need there to be some sort of filter so that users are able to go to a certain page on BridgeBench and filter out what it looks like when particular models are head-to-head, almost like the win-loss ratio of GPT 5.6 versus Fable 5. But as we add in more models to the model registry and we start to test and integrate more models into BridgeBench, it won't just be GPT 5.6 Sol and Fable 5, it'll be more. So there needs to be a way to filter out the win-loss ratio on these particular benchmarks when it comes to one model versus another model. Review how we could potentially do this and build a page for this and functionality for this. All right, yeah, you should add a fun UI benchmark like Lava Lamp, Minecraft. So that is definitely something that we want to do. So with this new benchmark, so we have this arena-based benchmark, which I actually like this approach, and we're gonna fix you can't watch them live right now. There's a bug in this. It was working, but then I canceled them, and then it stopped being able to show it, like paused all of them. So if you go here, like it's all frozen here. And the reason that it's frozen is because I clicked cancel and then we don't have a fallback for that where it just actually stops it. It got left hanging, right? So we need to fix that. Saw two guys on X that claimed that GPT 5.6 deleted all of their code base. I mean, this is honestly, guys, I'm not very surprised by it. What we're starting to see, I think I have another screenshot. Somebody in the community yesterday, I mean, look at this, guys. Hold on. Can I find this? Let's see. Look at this. Look at this, guys. This was somebody from the BridgeMind community yesterday. They said 5.6 deleted my downloads folder. I don't know how you guys trust it. Gave it a simple task just to remove exe files and empty recycle, but it deleted everything. So it's I don't know. There's definitely, we're starting to see some destructive actions being taken by GPT 5.6. It's a problem. And, you know, you want to watch out for that. Somebody said Codex or Claude. I'm buying a Pro Plus plan. Honestly, I would go with Codex. You're going to get more usage with it. A Claude Pro plan is like practically worthless. You get no usage of Fable 5. Fable 5, if you look at the benchmarks overall, it's not even a question. Okay, let's refresh this. Fable 5 is beating out GPT 5.6 Sol at 82% win rate. Okay, this model is better. The problem is like, you have to factor in like speed, you have to factor in cost, you have to factor in all of these different things. Stain said, I'm so happy I had the wedding and never had time to use GPT 5.6. Saved me from being screwed by it. I also read about Grok 4.5 uploading whole folders to some XAI servers into SSH keys. Yeah, so that was definitely something. Code by Dev was talking to me about that, and he actually was using it in Grok 4.5 with Grok builds, was actually uploading his code. Now, they've actually since gone and said that they're like fixing this and whatnot, but I mean, that's a huge problem. They were uploading your code with like API keys and everything to a Google Cloud bucket. So they were ripping your data hard, just so you know, if you were using Grok build. If you didn't have like some sort of privacy something enabled, I don't even know what it was, but it did not look good. I saw that they addressed it, and even Elon Musk addressed it and stuff, but it was definitely not a good look for them. That's all I gotta say. I want you to review BridgeBench Legacy and note that people really like these fun tests, and what I want to do is I do want to create a variety of fun tests that will create single HTML files that use Three.js that render in things like the lava lamp. Go check out the lava lamp. Let's just test a singular one. And I need you to update the open source repo so that it has one of these tasks, which should be a lava lamp. It was ZDR. Yeah, ZDR. Yeah. If I have a YouTube downloader in my macOS app, can I get sued by Google? I don't know. I had a YouTube downloader and I did not get sued by Google. Is it like, are you using, what's it called? I know there's a package for it, for the YouTube downloads. It's been a while since I used it. It's called, I know there's like a very popular one. There's a really popular one. I'm gonna drop in BridgeBench Legacy. All right. Yeah, the YTDLP, exactly. Yep, that's it. YTDLP, yeah. Why don't you cross-sell BridgeBench so it gets auto-funded? What do you mean cross-sell? Cross-sell as in what? Yeah, YTDLP. All right, guys, I think it's time. Let's get warmed up. We're going to be grinding for a while today. Okay, we have a ton of work to do. I'm like super happy with the trajectory of everything right now. I mean, we're making $250,000 a year. BridgeBench, I'm very excited to start to push this out. The initial results that we're seeing are actually very telling, and I think they're very useful. BridgeBench is moving from a task-based benchmark where literally, let's say you had 30 tasks, right? And you put the model through 30 tasks and, you know, it would output a score, right? Now, with that approach, there's a problem with it because, you know, people were, you know, giving me feedback because it was like, hey, on this reasoning benchmark, let's say that Sonnet 5 outperforms Fable 5 on this reasoning benchmark, right? Well, Sonnet 5 is not a better model at reasoning than Fable 5, right? The problem is that it was better at those 30 tasks. So instead of having it go through this 30 tasks and either have it pass or fail and then giving it a score, instead, the approach of BridgeBench V3 is we put the models head to head. They both output their responses, and one of them could be right and one of them could be wrong, and the panel of judges vote for which model does the best job. So even if both models get something right, well, hey, maybe even if they both got it right, maybe one model does a significantly better job at writing the code, so the panel of judges votes for that model. And I think that that gives you a much better result. And from what we're seeing, this benchmark could actually be highly enabling for people to truly see the differences in these models. Like the initial results that really did surprise me and that they are accurate. Like, look at the security. GPT 5.6 Sol is beating Claude Fable 5 in security. That makes sense. Fable 5, the guardrails are too strong. The BS bench, though, look at this. 95% win rate. That is insane to me. And if you look at hallucination, 90% win rate. That is insane. So this is a huge improvement. I think that, I mean, depending on how it does, I think that we have to get obviously more models in this and we have to put more tests. But my approach is I think I could invest up to like $10,000 just running all these through, and who knows, maybe we could potentially get sponsorships from open source, like from Frontier Labs, because that's how all of these benchmarks are making money. Why don't you cross-sell from BridgeBench so it gets auto-funded? I don't know what you mean. Are you saying like to promote BridgeMind products? I don't think that people that go to BridgeBench are necessarily interested in BridgeMind products. I think it's like, I don't know. I think that people, I don't know. But guys, let's drop a 40 bomb. Let's get the day started off right, okay? We're gonna do, everybody like the stream, okay? If you haven't already liked, we've got 700 people watching. Like and subscribe if you have not already, but let's drop a 40 bomb. We're gonna be grinding for a while. Let's get the energy going, guys. Let's go. All right, let's go, guys. Yeah, Kimmy K3 is supposed to release tomorrow. Let's go, Chris Jones. Okay. So this looks good. These three are running. I don't even know. I don't even think I'll use GPT 5.6 Sol at all. Maybe for security. But with Fable 5, is there any reason to use GPT 5.6? I don't think there is. I mean, I don't know. I'm not going to use GPT 5.6, guys. I don't think it's good. Except for security, I don't know. Eeper said he did a 10 bomb. Let's go, dude. Let's go. Yeah, I don't think there's any reason to use it. And this is the thing, is that like everybody has different opinions, right? So I'm sure that there are people that are listening to the live stream and are like, what the heck? What do you mean? Like, everybody has different models that they like. I'm just saying, like, when you are comparing intelligence, Fable 5 and GPT 5.6, it's like not even close, okay? Now, there are other factors that stem into that, right? Like you could bring cost as a factor. And yes, GPT 5.6, they're practically giving it away. They're practically getting it away. Vendex said it's good. What do you mean? So, see, this is what other people think. It's like, when I say I don't like GPT 5.6, I don't want you guys to be like, oh, like, GPT 5.6 must be terrible. I shouldn't be using it. There's plenty of reasons to be using GPT 5.6, and GPT 5.6 is a good model. But from my perspective, I don't think that you can trust it. I don't think that it's reliable. I don't think that it's more intelligent. I don't think that the one-shot capabilities are anywhere near close to what the one-shot capabilities of Fable 5 are. I mean, you give a task to Fable 5, and it just does it. With GPT, it's going to take a couple shots to get there. And I don't know. I don't like working that way. I don't understand how people use GPT 5.6. I have 100 USD sub and still use 5.5. That's interesting. That's interesting. Let's drop in BridgeBench API and the BridgeBench UI and then the BridgeBench open source repo. Okay, guys, I've got a quick question for you, okay? Go here. I'm about to drop this in the chat, okay? We only have 18 stars right now on this open source repo, okay? We've got to get this to at least 50 stars on this, okay? This is new, okay? Not a lot of people know about it, but I need your guys' help. This is open source, okay? This is open source, so you guys can literally go to the tasks here, okay? And these are all of the tasks, okay? So you have the BS bench, you have the debugging bench, you have the generation bench, you have the hallucination, you have reasoning, refactoring, security, and speed, okay? So I need your guys' help with contributions because we need to begin to build out better tasks for the benchmarks, okay? And then we also need to build out more benchmarks, right? Like, out of what you guys see here, do you guys see this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8? What do you guys think right now? What benchmark are we missing out of what you guys seeing? Does anybody see something that like jumps out at them that says, why does this benchmark not exist? Is there anything that you guys can think of? Testing, design, coding, research, design. So yes, the UI is one that we're seeing. Ethics, validation, game development would be a good one. Can you compare 5.6 with 4.8? I think 5.6 is better than 4.8. 5.6 is goated in design. Give him screenshots. Yeah, I mean, I did rank #1 on Design Arena now, which is impressive. Agentic web search. A benchmark for understanding user intent. That's a good idea. So that's my point, guys. Go check out the repo. Okay, go check out the repo. We need to make this better. Okay, we're up to 34 stars. Okay, we're up from 18 to 34. Let's get to 50 stars on this. And I need some of your guys' help. Okay, we need to start to build this out. So if you guys have an idea of what we could potentially add, you guys can now contribute to this. Okay, so go check it out. I need your guys' help. I haven't led an open source project before, but this one's going to be open source. Guardrails would be a good one, Stain. But I feel like we're starting to see that just from like this right here, like security. 5.6 is better than Fable 5 because the guardrails are just too strict. It's way too strict. So I need you to review this and note that one benchmark people are asking for is for data analysis, or a benchmark associated with data analysis or reviewing data. Would you think through how we could approach this, review the existing benchmarks, and brainstorm a way that we could build a robust benchmark for data analysis? Okay. All right, so we're gonna have this agent, and this one, so we have an issue here. All right, why am I using Sonnet 5? Hold on. Are these using Sonnet 5? Please tell me. I think I may be using Sonnet 5 right now on all these. Oh my gosh, chat. Chat, that's not good. Sonnet 5. All right. Let's get to Fable. My goodness. Yikes. So I'm slopping up the code base right now. All right, there's an update for Bridge Voice right now. So mid 5, yeah. Yeah, that is not good. All right, honestly, Sonnet 5 I think will be fine. We should be fine, but we'll see. All my homies hate Sonnet 5. Yeah, I think everybody hates Sonnet 5. Yeah, we are Sonnet Maxing. That is not good, guys. Sonnet 5, I'm surprised nobody noticed that in the chat. Let's switch over to Fable. My goodness. Not good, not good. When did I switch to... No, these two were on Fable. I don't know when I switched over to Sonnet. I think I did it when I did it right here for something. Okay, can I switch over to Fable now? All right. Let's pull up Bridge Voice again. All right, and let's grab the history, and it was this one right here. So that's the nice part is if you ever lose your prompts with Bridge Voice, you can just copy that prompt. You're never gonna lose your prompt, which is very, very nice. Ice Water. I do think people visiting BridgeBench could be interested in your platform. That is true, yes. That is very true. Isn't it unfair to make a benchmark on Claude code and make versus to other models? What do you mean? Grok is stealing data. Do opt out by doing privacy. Yeah, that was a pretty big thing yesterday. Yeah, you can use Claude inside of BridgeMind. What about some language-specific tests for best practices optimization, like C++ tests, Rust, TypeScript, etc.? That would be a good idea. Yeah, so this is if you guys didn't see this was a pretty big problem yesterday. People were talking about this. Let me just go over to XAI real quick. It was a big problem. I guess it's Space XAI now, right? Yeah. So look at this, guys. So breaking, XAI's Grok build CLI was uploading entire Git repositories to a Google Cloud bucket, private code bases, and unredacted secrets included. The uploads quietly stopped via a hidden server-side flag, and XAI has not said a word about scope, retention, or deletion. So pretty much what has happened since is I'm pretty sure that they... hold on, can I find Space XAI? Space XAI. I don't know what their account is. Here it is. But this is what they said on it yesterday. And it said that they... this is what they said here. And they did say that they deleted it. They deleted it. So they said that if they did steal your data, it's okay because they deleted the data that they stole. So you guys don't need to worry about it, but they were stealing your data, just so you know. If ZDR is disabled, the privacy command is available in the CLI to disable data retention, which also deletes previously synced data. Run the privacy command to view or change your setting at any time. So if I launch Grok builds here, if I launch Grok, and then let's say, I guess I gotta log in again. Hold up, let me log in again. All right, let's see. I'm gonna get in here. Device authorized. Okay, so if I run privacy in here, I guess it'll say, all right, /privacy. All right, show or toggle privacy and data retention status. Privacy mode. Your code data will not be trained or used to improve the product. That's crazy. I mean, doesn't Claude Code probably do this too, though? It uploaded some guy's entire home folder. Oh my gosh. If you can use Fable to create benchmark, you cannot test Fable on that benchmark. You can only test other models. Otherwise, the test will be skewed towards Claude. So, I mean, there could potentially be some truth to that, but at the same time, you're creating a task, right? You're creating a task. There's no like right answer to that task other than the models are judging it, right? And the judges have a system prompt to be able to run their evals, right? And I was actually talking to somebody yesterday who's a pretty smart guy from SpaceX that was just, saying, he was talking about how you have to make sure that you have really good evals for the judges. So if you have judges that are evaluating how a model performs, what's really important is that you actually have really good evals for the judges themselves so that they are making good assumptions and grading the models well, if that makes sense. How many subscriptions am I using for Fable? I'm using 4 right now, but honestly, let's look at my usage real quick. That's a lot of subscriptions, right? I'm at 30% used for the 5-hour session here that's about to reset in 3 minutes. And then I'm at 19% used on the current week, which resets today. Oh, no, it resets in an hour. Okay, we've definitely got a Fable Max then. We got a Fable Max. Dang, I wish I saw that earlier. I wish I saw that earlier so that we could have Fable Maxed a little bit harder. All right, let's see if we can do a little bit more Fable Maxing here. I need you to launch 5 Fable 5 subagents and do a complete review of this project and identify any spaghetti code or sloppily written code that can be improved and refactored. Review this in complete depth and output your findings. Robot, what's up, man? Yeah, run 20 subagents and max out. Yeah, we're gonna have to do it because we have 40 minutes then. Yeah, we have got 40 minutes on this. Yeah, we gotta run this for sure. Let's Fable Max. It's gonna delete the repo, be careful. Kimmy K3 dropped? I don't think it dropped. Doesn't it drop tomorrow? Doesn't it drop tomorrow? Hold up. Did Kimmy K3 drop, or I thought it was tomorrow? People were saying it was tomorrow, wasn't it? Alright, Kimmy. I think it drops tomorrow, guys. I think that's fake news, right? It drops tomorrow. I mean, Kimmy K3, it definitely has a big possibility, and I do want to work on this for at least 15 more minutes. It's got big. I don't know, people. What do you guys think about the Kimmy models? Because a lot of people like them. They're cheap. Right now, GLM 5.2 is obviously the open source leader. If you guys didn't know this, I mean, if you guys look at this right now, this is the coding index. I don't like this coding index because at this point, it's heavily weighted by Terminal Bench 2.1. Okay, and like particular models will just perform better on that benchmark. Like GPT models in general will perform better. So this is why I think there's a problem with existing benchmarks, which is like, hey, Terminal Bench V2.1, for example, if you look at it, GPT models just perform better in general. So if I add in like GPT 5.4, I'm interested. I feel like they didn't optimize. I guess they did. So here's that model, 71. If you add in 5.3, where does that stack up? 5.3 is even on this. I don't even think it's on this benchmark. I don't know, guys. I'm starting to not be a fan of this because it's GPT 5.6 is not better than Fable 5. Like when you put them head to head, it's just absolutely just gets wrecked by Fable 5. And then in intelligence, Fable 5 is ahead, but by 1 point. Right? Like, what does that mean? And I think that's why I like the approach that we're taking with BridgeBench V3, because it allows you to actually see it. 82% win rate. And then on particular benchmarks like hallucination, like you're starting to see like, oh no, like it isn't a 1 point like difference. That 1 point difference will literally translate to a win ratio of 90% in a hallucination benchmark. And then the BS bench, 95% win rate on refactoring. Fable 5, the refactoring benchmark too. Look at this. Fable 5, 93% on this benchmark. 93% win rate. That is insane to me. A 93% win rate is very high. So if you're refactoring, any Fable reset soon? I don't know. We'll see what happens. No, I mean, the Sick Pancake, I see what you mean. So Sick Pancake said, I think it's kind of illogical to have the judges of BridgeBench be less intelligent, find 5.6 and Fable 5. I don't think that they need to be like the most intelligent models, right? Like I just don't think that you need Fable 5 grading the model's output. Value-wise, Fable 5 or 5.6 Soul Max. I think that 5.6 Soul is definitely value-wise is going to be better. But I don't know, guys. I think that, I mean, the only thing that 5.6 Soul is beating Fable in is security, and it's because of the guardrails, right? So I don't know. I have a hard time looking at GPT 5.6 and saying, oh, I think that this is such a better model. I mean, it literally canceled every active subscription for me. I think you should add a description under each benchmark describing it. That's a good idea. Let's do it. Yeah, let me know any suggestions that you guys have, okay? So BridgeBench UI. We're definitely going to do that. People are recommending that I add a description under each benchmark describing it. Would you review each benchmark and then help me create some sort of info icon that allows users to be able to get more information on that benchmark, or maybe a page on the website for that benchmark? Oops, it wasn't recording audio. That stinks. All right. I'm going to drop this in. People are requesting that there will be a description of each benchmark on the website. Would you create a custom page that has all of the information for each benchmark, and maybe even a link back to the open source repo of where all the tasks for that benchmark are, and then information on that benchmark? Promote other Bridge products in a subtle way. Honestly, like, I think that you guys would be surprised. Like, these websites, they get tons of visitors, right? And I'm happy with where things are at with BridgeMind in general. I talk about this often. I mean, guys, I have a question. Okay, I have a question for chat, okay? Would you rather have more money or more freedom? So what I mean by that, like, you may think, well, isn't money freedom? Well, think about this. You could have way more money, but you could be like a slave to your job or a slave to your business. Or would you rather have more freedom? Like, have more free time, maybe you make less money, but you have more freedom to do what you love and to live your life. Just say freedom or money in the chat. Drop freedom or money in the chat. Everybody's saying freedom. Everybody's saying freedom. I've got one person saying money, 2 people saying money. But for the most part, somebody said women. Okay. That's funny. Okay. Hold on. I think that we should do a poll for this, guys. Let's do a poll on this. Because I'm so interested to see what you guys think. Because let me do a poll on this, all right? And we've got 252 likes. Let's go, guys. There's 800 people watching right now. If you guys have not already liked and subscribed, make sure you do so. Okay, I'm going to take a poll. What would you rather have? Okay, we're going to do a poll on this, all right, guys? What would you rather have? More money? More freedom? Okay? Respond to the poll. I'm actually very interested. And note that with the money, okay? Note that the money, you would have more money, but you would kind of be like a slave to your job. All right, let's see what people say. Let's get to 300 votes, guys. Everybody vote. I want to see what people say. Yeah, Steve and I agree with that, by the way. AgroTem said, show us the effect of the other day stream where 20k people watched. I think that stream was botted. there was only 4,400 people that were actually on the stream, just so you guys know. Somebody was trolling and botted the stream, but it was still the best BridgeMind stream ever with the release of GPT 5.6. Zuhaib, of course I remember you, bro. Zuhaib was like the first watcher. Okay, so we're about like 62%. Okay, 62%. I'll end the poll here. So I will say one thing, okay? I am actually definitely an advocate of more freedom over more money. Like especially past a certain level. Money brings freedom, but I prefer freedom. The thing is, it's like, I don't know. I was definitely a fan of yesterday. For example, yesterday I went on a bike ride, right? And I went on like a 3-mile run, and I was just like exercising and stuff, training for triathlon, right? And I was like, how cool is it that I don't have to like show up to some like office job today? You know, and that is definitely very, very nice. It was very nice. So I appreciate you guys because, you know, I feel like BridgeMind gives me so much freedom, and to be able to live my life and, you know, do this with you guys, do what I love, and then also have the freedom to do what I want I'm just so thankful for you guys because it wouldn't be possible without you. So thank you guys. All right, we're up to 269 likes. Let's go. But is freedom just not being able to show up to a job? I feel like freedom is being able to do what you want when you want, and not having to do something that, like, not having to do, like, just literally having the freedom to do whatever you want. I saw your post on 5.6 Soul. Is it really that destructive? Yeah, I mean, I think that we're starting to see more people talk about this, okay? If you guys missed that, it's totally fine because I was able to recover all of the subscriptions. It was actually quite complicated. If you guys don't know, if you have a Stripe subscription cancel, okay, and this is actually what I was worried about. So you cannot uncancel a Stripe subscription. Once a subscription in Stripe is canceled, it cannot be uncanceled. So what I had to do is I had to write a script to take the customer IDs and the payment IDs and clone the subscription and to create a brand new subscription and then update the database so that that subscription was hooked up to the customer in the database. So Fable 5 was able to do it for me, no problem. But GPT 5.6 was the one that caused quite a significant issue. It canceled every single active Stripe subscription in my account. I did find the code that did it. I made like a video on it. I ended up I didn't post the video. Mark said, are homeless people free? I wouldn't say so. I wouldn't say so because they don't have a job. Or maybe the homeless person has a job, but freedom is like, there's some amount of money that's going to be tied into freedom, right? And like, I think that at this level where I'm at with BridgeMind in particular, it's like, hey, I mean, if I wanted to get BridgeMind to $1 million in like the next 3 months, hey, it's pretty simple to do that. You just stream 12 hours a day and you post constantly and you just literally only work, right? And I'm at the point where I'm like, hey, I could do that, but at the same time, like, do I want my life at 24 to just be like, could I want to be a complete slave to BridgeMind? Probably not. You know, because I don't know. There's nothing that I want to buy. There's no material possession that I could buy that would make me personally more happy. At this level, I just want to have like the freedom to be able to do what I want, to be able to go train for triathlon, to exercise, just hang out with my family. Like, I think that that's like what matters. Were the discounts reapplied to subscriptions? Yes, they were. Yeah, that was actually one thing that I had to do as an extra step. What about Agent IDE? Isn't it like your product? I've never heard of it, but I mean, there's other ADs on the market. Yeah, I mean, Splitfire, I agree with you. I definitely agree. The grind never stops, it's true. What is the next great product idea? So if you look at the timer right now we're working on, it's not necessarily a product. It's more so of an idea I have, okay? So like, think about this, guys. If BridgeBench was good enough, okay, it definitely is possible that you could get sponsorships, not like, how do you think artificial analysis makes money? Okay, how do you think that Ella Marina, I think Ella Marina, I mean, I think I've seen this before. I think that Ella Marina, like that benchmark, I think it's worth $100 million or something crazy like that. Hold on, let's look it up. How much is LM Arena worth? I wanna look at, oh my gosh. Okay. Look at this, guys. Look at this. Ella Marina lands 1.7 billion valuation 4 months after launching its product. Ella Marina, a startup that originally launched as a UC Berkeley research project in 2023, announced on Tuesday that it raised a $150 million Series A at a post-money valuation of $1.7 billion. The startup bolted out of the gate as a commercial venture with a $100 million seed round in May at a $600 million valuation. This new round means it raised $250 million in about 7 months. Ella Marina is best known for its crowdsourced AI model performance leaderboards. Its consumer website lets a user type a prompt that it sends to 2 models, with the user then choosing which model did a better job. Those results, which now span more than 5 million monthly users across 150 countries and 60 million conversations a month, conversations a month, the company says fuel the leaderboards. How do they make money though? Is what I don't understand. Like how is Ella Marina making money? They have to be sponsored? Because I can go to Ella Marina right now and I can look at this. Can't I just like, this isn't a product. Look at this. So I can use this and I can say create a landing page. Okay, and this is how Ella Marina works. It gives me a prompt. BridgeMind, target audience, vibe coders with the goal of selling them on BridgeMind products. Okay, so let's submit this, and how it works is it submits it to 2 prompts. Okay, but okay, so data is the currency. Do you think it's data? I don't know what BridgeMind would be evaluated at, to be honest, Mark. But like if I went out and did a funding round or something like that, I mean, you'd be talking about. I mean, I don't think that you would be raising money under 10 million in valuation. The thing is that with BridgeMind, like it literally goes in to the freedom piece. Like I'm at the point where I don't know if I necessarily want to like run. I don't know. I like having freedom. I like having freedom. And like, yes, I know a lot of people may be like, oh, well, like, dude, you got to make money. You got to like the grind never stops. And I'm like, yes, I agree with that. But at the same time, like, I don't know. Yeah, exactly. Somebody said, why would you do a funding round? Working for VCs absolutely sucks. You lose all of your freedom. So, okay, so guys, do you guys know how they make money here? Bro, they make money by selling deep dive AI performance analytics to the tech companies that build artificial intelligence. Let's look it up. Hold on, let's look it up. Hold on, so I'm gonna grab this. I'm gonna go to ChatGPT real quick, and let's look up how Ella Marina makes money. Check out Ella Marina and help me understand how they actually make money. I mean, that's insane to me. So they're valued at $1.7 billion. So people are saying that they sell the data. They sell the data. I think BridgeMind has like 1 to 2 years in the tank before needing funding to grow. I mean, I think that, BridgeMind would grow a lot more now if I did do a funding round. But I don't know. I don't know if I want to do that, man. I like the freedom and the autonomy. You know, my favorite things to do, it would be mixed up of training for triathlon and vibe coding. Okay, so let's see how this works. Anthropic. Okay, look at this. Okay. Its commercial offering is called AI Evaluations. Model developers and enterprises pay Ella Marina to test their models against real users and receive detailed performance data about which model or model variant people prefer, where a model performs poorly, model performance by tasks such as coding, writing, vision, image generation, or agents, representative samples of user feedback, comparative analysis against competing models, and results delivered under contractual timelines and service level agreements. Okay, so pretty much they're paying to see like, okay, this is the biggest thing. Which model or model variant people perform. They want to see, okay, yeah, it's an A/B testing company for AI. Okay. Do you think people like Mark Zuckerberg are slaves? Not necessarily. I don't know Mark Zuckerberg super well, but I wouldn't want to be Mark Zuckerberg. You know, I wouldn't want to be Mark Zuckerberg. I mean, even doing BridgeMind at this level, it's like the amount of negativity that I get and the amount of stuff that I have to put up with, just like in my mental headspace. Definitely not something that I thought about when initially starting BridgeMind. Like, oh, I'm gonna be getting like a ton of hate. I'm gonna be getting bashed. Yeah, you know, I have a big community and I have a ton of people support me, which is great. And there's a lot of, I would say that there's definitely more positive than negative, but you know, I'm a human being. So if, you know, if I get bashed or something, or just like reading like some random comment on X, it's like super negative. It's like, yeah, like you have to build some level of, hey, not letting that get to you. But I feel like it gets to you, right? Like some way or another, right? Like, I don't know. Ignore the haters, 100%. All right, let's check that out. This here, this looks fine. This one here, this is the one that was working on making sure that the live will work. Okay, is this working and ready to deploy now? Answer yes or no. Okay, Drew said, I'm confused. How did you resubscribe all the canceled subscriptions if Stripe doesn't allow you to revert cancellations? It's actually very simple, okay? So with Stripe, you cannot revert cancellations, okay? So that was like the thing that worried me the most, is I was like, oh man, I can't actually revert these cancellations. But what you can do is you can create a new subscription with that payment ID and with that same customer ID, and you just create a new subscription. So what I had to do is I can't even find the conversation that did it, but I just had Fable 5 write a script that was able to do the migration for me. It's actually very simple. I fixed it within like, I think an hour, once I saw that GPT 5.6 did cancel every single active subscription in Vibe Academy. You know, it's only 50 subscribers, so it wasn't like, you know, too worrisome, but definitely something to be, you know, wary of. Okay, great work. I now need you to commit all of these changes to GitHub respectively and use the, all right, we're gonna use, and this should make it so that you can actually see this live, AWS profile to watch the deployments happen live. Somebody said Kimmy K3 is coming today. I didn't think that it was coming today. Is there an X post about that or something? I'm gonna rename this one to sensitive here. All right. Yeah, I can show you guys, hold on. Let me find this. It was a cursor. All right, let me find this. All right, bulk subscription cancellation. All right, let me see if I can find this in cursor. Would you show me the file of the script that you wrote to fix this? All right, let me find this. How's my day? My day's going great. I'm feeling great. Kimmy K3 is rolling out currently to pro users. Really? Is it on Polymarket? I'm not sure. Kimmy K3 today, already in app for some people. Oh, whoa. That's sick. What prompt made GPT 5.6 delete your subscriptions? It was actually like such, it was literally, okay, hold on, I think I found it. Here's the file. All right, I just want to make sure that this is... All right, so this is the... Okay, this was the file that fixed it. Let me just make sure there's nothing sensitive in this. Okay. All right, there's nothing sensitive in this. Okay, so this is what Fable 5 did to fix it. Okay, so it wrote this this script. Okay, the script is called Restore Canceled Subscriptions. Okay, and if you go down here, I mean, very simple. All right, this was a one-shot with Fable 5. So, I mean, this literally took like 30 minutes to an hour to be able to figure out what happened. identify the cause of it, and then this is literally just a 216 line script that Fable 5 wrote to restore the canceled subscriptions. Somebody said that they don't recognize me with the new haircut. Yeah. What do you guys think? W or L on the new cut? W or L? I got a new haircut. It feels good. Sometimes I don't have the time to get my haircut, but getting a new haircut is good. Somebody said that it looks vibe coded. I mean, I would be sick if I could vibe code a haircut. That'd be freaking awesome. Wish I could do that. AI slop cut. How do you afford subscriptions when you got started? Well, when I first started out, the subscriptions that I had were much lower. Like, I didn't need higher subscriptions. I look like you have 17, right? What do you mean, 17? Congrats on 250K, watching you at 25K. Thank you, man. I appreciate that. Fresh cut? Yeah, I did get a fresh cut. I actually got it yesterday. All right. Let's see here. People are saying that, hold on, it's Moonshot AI, right? They're saying that this is rolling out right now. Moonshot. Hold on, where's Kimmy K3? I don't see it. Oh yeah, hold on. Let's see. People are saying that's rolling out today. Oh yeah, look at this. All right, so it's rolling out today. All right, K3 is out. All right, hold on, guys. It actually looks like K3 is already out. Have you tested the SWE 1.7 model? Yes, it's horrible. It's very fast, but it's awful. Yeah, it looks like they're rolling this out right now. Okay. Hold on, let's go to the Moonshot terminal. I want to see. I mean, Kimmy K3, it has the potential. I mean, the Chinese open source models are getting quite good. Moonshot AI, let me see. I'm pretty sure I have a subscription to them somewhere. Try Kimmy. Yeah, I definitely do have a subscription. Apparently it's to pro users. I don't see it personally. This is what I'm looking at. I still just see Kimmy K2.6. They didn't have Kimmy K2.7 in their own. That doesn't make any sense. Hold up. Why do they not have Kimmy K2.7 in their own platform? That doesn't make any sense. Somebody said, new here, is this guy legit? Yes, BridgeMind is very legit. I started BridgeMind 11 months ago. For the first 100 days, I basically made no money. And earlier this year is when we really started to take off. I'll just show you guys the dashboard. So this is the current Stripe dashboard. So gross volume over the last 4 weeks has been 29,802. Net volume is 26,000, which is basically, you guys can look, it's estimated revenue from payments after fees, refunds, disputes, and Connect transfers have been deducted. So this is basically what hits my bank account. And then the MRR is at $20,829. So we've been seeing some really good growth. Last 7 days have been pretty good, 11,000, 10,000 in net. So it's been good. Kimmy K3, yeah, it looks like it could potentially come out today. More freedom, but no money is bad too. Yeah, I mean, you don't have freedom if you make no money. So that's definitely one thing to think about. Is that a month in net or overall? That's the revenue. That's the revenue, yeah. But like, for example, over the past 3 months, 4 months, I think we've brought in somewhere around like 6 months. I think we've brought in 100,000, right? And I think after all expenses and stuff, I think like we're at like 78,000, I want to say. Like, the margins are good. All right, the lava lamp is back. Nice. Yes, switch to Fable 5. Okay, can you create a test suite for this and make sure that you get this tested? I'm new here as well. What did you do to take off? Honestly, just consistency on social media will help you significantly. What are your main products? Go check out BridgeMind.ai. How much do I earn from YouTube? Literally so little. Like, I think that a lot of people, they think that, like, first of all, I don't monetize the stream. I actually tried. I wanted to see how much money I would make monetizing the streams, and it was like $200 a stream. So I just decided not to monetize, but I'm very straightforward with this. Like, I don't really try to monetize YouTube. Over the last 28 days, I've made 1.3K off of YouTube. It's not that much money for 1.1 million views. I just don't get paid a lot on YouTube because I don't monetize the streams. So, I mean, this is the analytics, right? $1,346, that's nothing, right? So you're not making a lot of money from YouTube. You're making the money from Stripe subscriptions, which is perfect, right? Like, I don't want to be a content creator. So how about subs? What do you mean subs? Like, Stripe subscriptions, I just showed it a second ago. It's, it was $29,000 over the past month. How did you become confident in speaking? I don't know. You can go back and watch like the first streams. I definitely was not the first streams. I mean, you kind of learn how to do it over time, like with streaming and content creation and stuff. You get better at it over time for sure. Yeah, I'm at $20,000 in MRR, yeah. But yeah, it looks like we're going to get a new model today, which is going to be very interesting. I mean, we could put it in... Do you guys want to see me add additional models in BridgeBench now? I mean, all we have right now, you guys are seeing it firsthand, but all we have right now just for this alpha has been Claude Fable 5 and GPT 5.6 Soul. And what we're seeing is Fable 5 just absolutely obliterates Soul. It's not even close. Okay, the win rate for Fable is 82%, 84 and 18. So there's been over 100 matches, and you have Fable 5 just absolutely, completely dominating. So, I mean, I don't know. I don't know. People like Soul that are on tighter budgets for sure. Is there a new model coming out? Yeah, it looks like we're going to get Kimi K3 today. People said originally that it was going to be tomorrow. I mean, it is Tuesday. That makes sense. The global rollout for Kimi K3 is supposed to be in like 12 minutes. Okay, where are you seeing that? Where are you seeing that? Add other models? Okay, I will. How do I stay so energized during streams? Everyone else I've seen vibe coding on streams, they are so boring. Honestly, like I just, this is me. You know what I mean? Like, this is me. I have a high energy personality, and that definitely helps me a lot. And I'm a high energy person. I like doing the streams. I like hanging out with you guys, and definitely doing like the push-ups and stuff helps as well. Okay, great work. Now, I want you to note that we need to figure out a way to store the results of each model in the database somewhere. For example, there should be a table in the database that will store the output for that particular lava lamp test. Would you review this and review the database and think through how we could potentially do that? The ADHD helps, yeah, probably. I don't know. I don't know if I have ADHD. What do you guys think? You guys can diagnose me. Just so you know, I don't do like any stimulants or anything, just so you guys know. But what do you guys think? You guys are my doctor. Do I have ADHD or not? Chat, let me know. All right. Pull it. Yeah, somebody said, Motion Harvest said no ADHD, thank you. All right. All right, I want to see if this did deploy. I want to see if we can see this live now. So what we've been working on, and we're about to ship this, but on BridgeBench, we need to be able to go over here to Arena. Okay, wait. Okay, this is actually good. Okay, it looks like this did work. Okay, we have a minute left. This looks good. You guys see how it says canceled and then completed? That's good. So I think that this did update and deploy. Let's go to the admin portal and let's sign in real quick and let's try running some of these. All right, let's go over here. Authorize. All right, and I'm gonna go to admin, and then, okay, this looks good. This looks good. Okay, so before we shipped this update, there was like a bunch of just tasks that had pretty much gotten stuck. Okay, so let's go to the reasoning benchmark, okay, and we can just switch this and let's just run like 5 matches, okay? So I click start run, and you guys should be able to see this run live. So there's gonna be, that was the reasoning. All right, so this is about to blow up, but this is perfect. All right, BridgeBench, and then if I go to the arena, I want to be able to see this running live. This is perfect. So perfect. Okay, so guys, check this out. So this is running live now. You guys can go right here. This is working. So it gives it a task. Okay, you can see the full task here. Okay, so it gives the task to the 2 models, and they're currently waiting to, they're going to output here in a second. But we want to be able to see this live, and then the judges vote at the end of it. What are my thoughts on GPT 5.6 versus Fable 5? I mean, I think that BridgeBench is very telling on this. Fable 5 is, yeah, so here it is. Fable 5 is responding now. So it's going to respond, and then it's going to be graded by the judges, okay? Okay, Splitfire said you should randomize judges, in my opinion. Honestly, I would agree with that. Make it a pool. I would agree with that, so it's not just Gemini 3.1 Pro and Grok 4.5 and GLM 5.2 at the same time. But here, you get a result from Fable 5. Okay, and GPT 5.6, honestly, guys, it's a little bit slow. Like, it's a little bit slow. Every time that I do these tests, the time to first token is, it's way too much. It's like, we'll be waiting here for like a good extra 30 seconds to a minute before we get any response from GPT 5.6. Like, the time to first token is, it's slow. Like, look at this. Fable 5 has already outputted 11,000 characters, and GPT 5.6 is over here just chilling. Yeah, Soul does think a lot. Yeah, somebody said, not gonna lie, 5.6 is slow. Yeah, it is very slow. Doesn't this cost a ton in credits for all 5 models, and you aren't making money from this? Yeah, so it does cost money, but we're just rolling with it. You know, I'm definitely a risk taker. If you guys didn't know that, I take risks. So I will always be the type of person that I will take a risk first, and I will figure out how to make money from it later. So I will do something, I will invest money into it, and I will, like, I think that if you're somebody that doesn't take risks, I would really consider, I mean, don't take risks that are going to be like stupid, right? That are going to like hurt you. But, you know, if you don't take any risks in life, it's going to be hard for you to get success. Like the risks that I took on BridgeMind, I mean, I will never forget like dropping out of school and, you know, having people that I knew in my personal life not necessarily hate on me, but definitely doubt me, right? What am I doing? So right now, this is a benchmark. This is BridgeBench V3. And what it does is it gives each model the same exact task. Okay, and we're watching this live. We're waiting for GPT 5.6 to respond still. But GPT 5.6 and Fable 5 are going head-to-head on this task. And then once we get a response from GPT 5.6 Soul here, which it's slow, it'll get voted on by a panel of judges, okay? So we're still waiting for GPT 5.6. You guys can actually watch this live with me right now, so I don't have to keep the page up. You guys can literally just go to this. But I mean, I think that you guys can see that GPT 5.6 is slow. Yeah, everything I do is vibe coded. So people are asking, so somebody said, and what's the end goal of this? How do you make money from this? So that's like where I'm at right now is BridgeBench isn't making any money, okay? And I don't know if BridgeBench will ever make money, right? But the thing is that this is a good way to be able to benchmark the models, and having an independent benchmark is a net benefit for BridgeMind as a whole, right? So I may be investing my money, but the way I look at it is it's almost like a marketing expense, right? It's essentially like a marketing expense because it's showing people like, hey, this is the methodology of how we're benchmarking the models. Yeah, I may lose $10,000 benchmarking the models over the next couple months. It's possible that we could potentially get, you know, Frontier Labs that would be interested in sponsoring this benchmark if it gets enough visibility. But I mean, look at this, guys. GPT 5.6 Soul is very, very slow. Let's do more of these. Okay, so literally what I can do, and I did this morning, is we can run more. So let's just run hallucination. Let's run security. Let's run the BS bench. Let's run the refactoring bench. Let's run the debugging bench. Let's run the generation bench. And then we'll also run the speed bench. So these are all gonna run, okay? And look at GPT 5.6, it's so slow. If you get sponsored, then it's no longer independent. I don't know. It would if there were sponsors, it would have to be independent. Like going into it. Yeah, I mean, look at how slow this is, guys. GPT 5.6 still waiting. That's insane. How's Grok 4.5? We haven't put in this benchmark yet. All right, so let's go back over here. So now if you go to the arena, okay, what you're gonna see is all of these benchmarks are live right now, okay, in the arena, okay? And you guys can go watch these live right now, okay? Anything about Kimmy K3? Nothing yet. We're expecting it today. Some people said that it's gonna come within the next couple hours. No, I don't. 5.6 is slow. 5.6 is slow. It'll be like this. Look at this. I mean, if you go to the speed benchmark, okay, it's running right now. It happens on all of them, guys. It's a very slow model. Look at this. Benchmarks. If you go to the speed benchmark, the time to first token on this, look at it. 11,000 milliseconds. Very slow. Show us reasoning. All right, let's go to reasoning. Still nothing. Okay, here's one that actually got a response here from 5.6. So look, so here's a response on this one. So Fable 5 took the point on that one. Did you guys see that? Somebody said that time to first token doesn't matter, accuracy does. I would agree with that, but there are definitely instances where I'm using Grok 4.5 because with Grok 4.5, BridgeBench is open source, yes. You guys can go check out the repo here. The mobile app for BridgeBase isn't launched yet. All right. So we'll see what happens. Let's check out the BS. Okay, so here's another one. Okay, so GPT 5.6 is streaming right now, so we're about to see a result here. So here's the result from Fable. GPT 5.6 is streaming right now. I'm interested to see what the judges vote. The start counter on the landing page, it's at 44, 43. I don't know if it streams correctly, but it does pull it. Yeah, GPT 5.6 is a slow model. Yeah, I can send the playlist. Hold on. Here you go. Yeah, I agree. I actually thought I had already done the formatting on the answers preview split fire, but it's outputting in Markdown. Okay, hold on. So A, they're all voting Fable. Let's see what GLM 5.2 says. So it's 2 versus 0. So Fable 5 has already taken this one. But let's see what GLM 5.2 says. Okay, they all voted for Fable. They all voted Fable. So you can go to the overall now. Okay, and last time we checked it, Fable 5 had a win ratio of 82%, and we had done a little bit over 100 matches. But if you resume this, look at that, 88 and 18. No, there's not a bug. Yeah, so I mean, Fable 5 is just crushing Soul. in this arena. Okay. Would you review this and note that we need better formatting in the preview? It needs to properly render the markdown that is being outputted by the models in the arena. All right, perfect. How much I lose because of GPT? I didn't lose anything because I was just able to I used Fable 5 to save the subscriptions. It's pretty easy. Adi, what'd you get an internal server error with? Okay, Kimmy K3 is definitely about to launch, guys. Somebody said Anthropic chill. Just so you guys know, I'm not sponsored by Anthropic. That's so funny. All right. All right, I'm gonna do another 15 minutes on this. Trotman, what's up, man? Is it worth buying a DGX Spark with 250 million token usage, 90% cache, 8 input and 2 output? Honestly, like, local models are not there yet. The models that you can run on a DGX Spark are so bad that, like, if you want to realistically use open source AI, you know, you're not going to be using like a DGX Spark to actually code anything. Like, the models that you can use on a DGX Spark are so bad. You're either running a super quantized version of like GLM 5.2. I think you have to have 2 DGX Sparks to do that. Did Kimmy K3 just drop? Did it? I hear people talking about it. Hold on. All right. Kimmy K3. Kimmy K3 is live, it looks like. It's rolling out. I don't think I have access to it. Hold on, let me try again. Yeah, I don't have access to it yet. I still only have access. So I have an Allegro plan, which is like, I'm pretty sure it's their $99 a month plan. Hold on, upgrade plan. Oh yeah. I've got their $100 a month plan. I didn't even know that I had it. I've got their $99 per month plan. So I should be able to see it as soon as it comes out and have access to it. But what I'm seeing right now is I still just have GPT 5.6. Do you guys remember when we built the this like zombie game? Do you guys remember when we did this? Hold on, was it this one here? We did it with an agent swarm. It may have been this one. I'm not sure. It was when it launched Kimmy K 2.6 that we tried it. Is it this one? Yeah, it's this one here. So this is the kind of output we were getting from Kimmy K 2.6, which is a very mid model. So here's what we got from Kimmy K 2.6. If you guys remember this. Hold on. Yeah. All right, so check this out. This is Kimmy K 2.6, guys. And we built this using like their agent swarm. So you have a bunch of Cricket wireless zombies, right? This was not a good model. So I'll be excited for Kimmy K 2.6, or sorry, Kimmy K3. I'll be interested to get that model, but Kimmy K 2.6 was not impressive, nor was Kimmy K 2.7. Sam just said he just bought BridgeMind Pro. Let's test it out. Let's go, dude. Fable here to save the day again. Yeah. Now we'll see. We'll see what it comes with. When did I start vibe coding? I started vibe coding in 2022. Yeah, I haven't addressed the Grok build thing. But I mean, I'm surprised by it. They were stealing people's repos. I mean, is this not something that Claude is doing and OpenAI is doing? CPM said he's more interested in Grok 5. Okay, create a structured plan for this and get it done. All right. Let's go back over here. Let's refresh this and go back to overall. I mean, guys, look at this. 98 to 23. Per arena ladders. All right, let's go over here. So Vasco, so what happened was I was migrating a subscription. Okay, so I was trying to add in a new subscription tier, and I had to like do something associated with the subscriptions. Okay, and there was a migration that was written, and it was a cron job. And rather than performing that cron job successfully, it had code in it that actually went through and canceled every active subscription. And I'll have a video on it that'll break it down. We were able to resolve it with Fable 5 and restore the subscriptions, thankfully. You can't uncancel a subscription. Once it's canceled, there's no uncanceling, but you can restore subscriptions on Stripe, thankfully. And we used Fable 5 to do that. But GPT 5.6, just it's taking destructive actions. It hallucinates too much. I'm personally not a fan. How did I fix it? I showed it a little bit ago in the stream. I wrote this script here using Fable 5. It's a script that's 216 lines long, and it was able to resolve all of it. So this took maybe like 30 minutes to an hour, and I mean, it's just a one-shot machine. A forecast tool? I do not have a forecast tool. Yeah, everything I do is vibe coded, yes. Yeah, Fable 5. So the Big Juice said, that's why I've never trusted in AI so much before Fable 5. Fable 5 is very good in terms of, you know, the trustworthiness. I think that we should add in Grok 4.5 into BridgeBench. I think that we're ready to start adding some additional models in. Let's drop in BridgeBench API and BridgeBench UI and BridgeBench. We need to add in Grok 4.5. Here is the open source, not open source, hold on, open router slug to be able to use that model. We are now going to add in Grok 4.5 to the BridgeBench arena. All right, we're gonna add in Grok 4.5 and see where that lands. I'd also like to add in, hold on, Grok 4.5. All right, Grok 4.5 is gonna get added into the BridgeBench arena. All right, let's go. All right, let's drop a 30 bomb, guys. Let's go. All right, let's go. When do you think you'll hit 100K subs? Probably this month. All right. I'd like to add in Terra as well. Leaderboards. I mean, on all these, GPT 5.6 is pretty much behind Fable 5 in terms of speed. That time to first token is just too slow. Yeah, so Q8 said, I just woke up. Did you revamp BridgeBench? So if you guys have missed out on this, we were working on this on Friday, okay? And this is now live, okay? So you can go look at this, and you can literally watch the models compete with each other live. Why did this one fail? So this one failed on... So Fable 5 just failed, the bench, so that the run failed. We'll have to look into this. But you can watch these run live. So for example, this one right here, this is the BS arena. And what's crazy about this is that, like, let's go to the leaderboard here, right? So Fable 5 is just dominating GPT 5.6 in this arena, okay? Like, nothing comes close. 25-1. On hallucination, 21-4. Reasoning, 73% win rate for Fable 5. Security, 5.6 is way better in security, okay? (15-1). Generation, 14-6. Speed, it's way ahead. So we're going to add Grok 4.5, and you'll start to see GPT 5.6 perform a little bit better in the arena. It'll start to have a better win ratio. But just for the pilot here, we basically only put in GPT 5.6 in Fable 5. What's great other than the sound? What's the sound? Will you add creative writing to BridgeBench? That's a good idea. I wonder if all the guardrails GPT 5.6 added is the cause of the slowness, deleting files and going off and doing its own thing. Yeah, I don't know. I think that there's obviously an issue with it. It's taking some destructive actions. Don't run Grok, they will steal your data. I'm not going to use Grok build, but I will use, and also, like, if you guys didn't see that, we're kind of taking your data. Oh, wow. So Grok 4.5 must give up its judge seat to compete. So we will have to do a panel there. So we're going to change one of the judges to Kimmy K 2.7. No, hold on. Don't have Grok 4.5 give up its judge seat. That's fine. We'll do just Kimmy K 2.7 for now. XAI has my repo. Yeah, so... Yeah, I know. Honestly, note that Grok 4.5 does not have to give up its seat. Try again. Continue, but don't swap out Grok 4.5 for Kimmy K 2.7 code. Yeah, Kimmy K 3 is set to release on 7/15, which is tomorrow. Yeah, some people were starting to see it release, but it just depends. Use GLM 5.2. I'm already using GLM 5.2 for one of the judge seats. Can't wait to give this a try this afternoon for my project. Let's go, Brent. How do I handle consistently reaching the model's usage limits? Honestly, guys, the Fable 5 usage limits, like, I mean, I'm 80. I just got my weekly reset 15 minutes ago for Fable, so I'm only 2% of the way through that. I'm at 42% of the way through my 5-hour limit, so I will hit the 5-hour limit. But what I'll do is I'll just change it out. I'll literally just switch it out for a different model and a different account. Are models actually capable of rating outputs? I believe so, yes. I mean, if models can write code, I mean, like, think about this. Think about, let's say that you're a reviewer, right? You're a code reviewer, and you're reviewing code. Why could a model not review the code and grade it itself, right? There's no reason that it shouldn't be able to. GPT is kind of unlimited. mean, but like, is that necessarily a good thing? I mean, is the mod like, yes, with one $200 subscription, you get a ton of usage, but you have people that are price focused and price based, and you have people that are like, I would rather have a smarter model that I get, you know, I have to pay more money for than a model that I don't think that is smarter and is not as trustworthy. I mean, GPT 5.6 is getting killed in this arena right now. Like today, you know, 102 to 27. CPM said GPT 5.6 Sol is an insane usage hog. Okay, he said far from unlimited. How do you get my interfaces to look that good? I literally just use Fable 5. Fable 5 is really good. I'm gonna pause it. 3 seconds. All right. And guys, you know what bug? You know what bug GPT 5.6 was unable to fix? Watch this. Remember this one? See how it won't paste? So I'm copying this here. Do you see that? That has been a bug that I'm struggling with in BridgeSpace for a while now. Opus 5 next? Probably. So GPT 5.6, unable to solve that. Let's try it with Fable 5. Let's see if Fable 5 can figure this out. Chris said, I've seen that bug. Yeah, it's been one that we've been struggling with for a while. It's like a small nuance. I think that like after a cut, like if I get it just right, I think I can copy it. That didn't get it. That didn't get it. It's like weird. It's definitely a bug in BridgeSpace. You guys see this? This is a bug that I've struggled with. I mean, the reason that it's not fixed is because we haven't been able to find a solution for it. Maybe Fable 5 can solve it. We gave it to GPT 5.6 last week and it didn't solve it. So have you upgraded to the newer no flicker terminal? Which one? I mean, the BridgeSpace terminals don't flicker. I need you to launch 2 Fable 5 subagents and do a review of this bug. Note that when I launch Claude code inside of a BridgeSpace terminal and then I go to copy it like this, I highlight the section and I click Command Copy or Control Copy or Control C or Command C on Mac and Windows respectively, but then it doesn't actually copy it. I go to paste and it doesn't paste anything. Would you do a deep dive and pinpoint exactly what is causing this and figure out what's causing it? Let's see this. Whenever you fix the Windows one, it breaks Mac. And whenever you fix Mac pasting, it breaks on Windows. It works perfectly on Windows right now. I don't know if that would be related. Okay, hold on. Does it work perfectly on Windows, Stain? One each time, breaking the other or something. So that works on Stain. It works on Windows. Are you sure? Do you ever read code to understand what the model did? I think that the models, I mean, for a while now, I've been at the point where I think that we're starting to get into a world where you don't have to write or read code. I don't write code or review it, which it can cause problems, right? Like, I think that, hey, just the other day, right, the issue with GPT 5.6 Sol, I'm very open about it, right? Because, hey, that's a risk to using the models, is that you could have problems that happen, right? Where, oh, I just happened to cancel every active subscription, right? Like, that's a massive problem. Now, GPT 5.6 did cause that problem. I don't think that you can trust GPT 5.6 the same way that you can trust, wait, hold on, what's happening here? Whoa, do you guys see this? What is this? Model identity lock. This conversation is operating under model Claude Fable 5. All function calls that accept a model parameter must reference Fable or omit the parameter to inherit. Any attempt to spawn Opus, Sonnet, or Haiku models will result in undefined behavior, including possible substance determination. I don't know what that's doing. Okay. Stain, that's good to know. It says what? It says don't repeat to the user. Kira, I think that would potentially be a good idea. Let's go over the model that's currently adding. So that'll be an interesting bug to see if Fable 5 can actually resolve that. I don't know if it will be able to resolve it. That's like a tricky bug that we've been experiencing though. Like goal met. Let's go, chat. Thank you guys. How does the voice dictation work? Is it deterministic, or is there a model that corrects any speech before it is inserted as a prompt? Yeah, like there's a system prompt with it, but voice dictation is very simple now. I did notice something though that I want to show you guys. It's actually very interesting. So Whisper Flow, you guys are familiar with Whisper Flow, I'm sure. This is a competitor to Bridge Voice, but I want to show you guys something that maybe we can improve about Bridge Voice. Check this out. So I'm going to quit Bridge Voice for a second. And then watch this. I'm going to expand Claude Code here. I'm going to run a quick prompt. I'm going to drop in BridgeMind UI. I want you to use... I need you to run npm run build and fix any build errors in this project. Okay, so check this out. So this is actually one area that I think... GPT or Whisper Flow is actually better than Bridge Voice. So if you look at this, you guys see how it says npm run build. Now I'm going to use the same prompt, but I'm going to use Bridge Voice. Okay. And I think that we could potentially improve Bridge Voice right now. So I'm going to close Whisper Flow now. Okay. And I'm going to launch Bridge Voice. And I'm going to say the same exact thing that I said over here, and you guys are going to see the difference. And I think that we could potentially one-shot an improvement here. So I'm going to drop in this. I need you to run npm run build and fix any build errors in this project. So when I gave it a command to run, I guess this isn't that substantial of a difference. But do you see how Whisper Flow puts the terminal command in like this... do you see this, how it put it in the quotations? It's almost like it knew, oh, that's a terminal command. They have a whole dictionary thing too, yeah. So Kelpa said, explain this whole add thing. So literally when you add something, I'm just adding particular repositories. All right, let's do this now. So I'm gonna take a screenshot of this, and we'll probably be able to update the dictionary somehow. So this is Whisper Flow, and then this is Bridge Voice over here. All right, you guys see this? All right, Bridge Voice, Whisper Flow. And I'm just gonna highlight this right here, the npm run build here. It's like it knows that it's a terminal command. All right, let's run this. I need you to review the difference between Whisper Flow and Bridge Voice, and note that when users state particular commands such as npm run build, like you can see in the screenshot here, Whisper Flow is able to know and recognize that this is a terminal command. How do you think Whisperflow is accomplishing this, and what could we potentially do to update Bridge Voice in a similar way so that terminal commands like this get registered? Do they have a tiny LLM that does it? I don't think so. I think that they just have a good like system prompt. Like when they're processing it, they know. Do not launch any subagents. Whisperflow is not local, no. So we'll see. It'll be interesting to see what that comes back with. All right. All right, perfect. We're about to add Grok 4.5 to the arena. Okay, I now need you to know that BridgeBench is now not launching soon. BridgeBench is now live and we're adding models daily to BridgeBench Arena. I need you to review this and help me update this accordingly now that it's live. Which skills did you use for your agents and vibe coding? I make a lot of my own skills. You know, whenever you're working on a project, it's smart to kind of like build your own skills. There are some skills like impeccable would be one that's really good at design, right? That would be a good design skill to be using. What are my AI costs? About $1,000 a month. Yeah, I do know that the timer's paused. We'll do another 10 minutes on BridgeBench here. I want to get this updated. We're adding Grok 4.5. It'll be interesting to see how Grok 4.5 performs in the arena. Have I tried Google Eloquent, and is it better than Whisperflow? I have not tried Google Eloquent, no. Not tried that. I don't think that it's better. I don't think that, I mean, like, voice-to-text tools in general are highly commoditized, in my opinion. If you had to copy someone else's product one for one and make improvements to it, what would it be? I'm not sure. This is very interesting. Have you guys seen that OpenAI has really been pushing on X like super hard this past week? Look at this. Sam just made another post. Look at this. Sam. Look at this, guys. This is what Sam just said. Wait, I just saw. Okay, look at this. So this is what Sam's saying. He posted this 2 hours ago. He said GPT 5.6 Soul is half the price and twice as token efficient as Fable in many cases for accomplishing the same task. Happy to deliver at 1/4 of the price. People are really hyping up Codex right now. I don't know. I think that they've got a point with the price trade-offs. But overall, I mean, where are we at here? Look at this, guys. 80% win rate for Fable 5. I mean, look at this, guys. People are saying that Kimi K3 just came out. I don't think so. I don't think it's actually live yet, right? Hold on, let's see. Let's see if it's live. Nah, it's not live yet, guys. I'll do a hard refresh. I've got the $100 plan for them. Nothing. Nothing yet. It's not live. I don't know why, like, people in the chat, they'll say that I'm a Claude fanboy, but like, it just is genuinely better. Like, I don't know what to say. I don't think that I'm getting that much hate from the AI community. I mean, you're gonna get hate regardless of what you do. I did make the bomb sprint timer, yeah. Silicon said for the price, it's really, really good. Yeah, Fable is better in my opinion, yes. Saint said that he has no shame in being a Claude fan. I mean, like, I just don't want people to misunderstand. Like, it's not that I'm like a Claude fan. It's just that, like, I look at the models and I test the models and I'm like, yeah, like the Claude, like Fable 5 is just better. It's higher intelligence. It's definitely, like, if you're going for affordability, then yes, definitely go use GPT 5.6. It's going to be more affordable, but it's not the best model. Go to Kimmy on Reddit. All right, change the like goal. We did beat the like goal. Hold on, let's drop a 40 bomb real quick, guys. Let's drop a 40 bomb. Let's go. Let's go. All right, Grok 4.5 is being dropped in. It'll be interesting to see how it performs. We'll drop some more models in as well. We're at 600 likes already. Shoot. All right, let's get to 700 then. All right, we'll get to 700 likes. Opus 4.8 is last gen now. Yeah, I don't know who would use that. I only did 39. All right, we wouldn't be so strict in judgments if only they didn't claim it to be better than Fable. I mean, here's one benchmark that took me by surprise. Check this out, guys. This is a benchmark called Design Arena. And this one, I mean, I don't know if Sam slid him a quick milli or something, but GPT 5.6 Soul is ranking #1 on UI on Design Arena. Oh. That's overall though. Like, what even is this benchmark? I think this includes back-end work. But even then, I don't like this benchmark with GLM 5.2. I mean, benchmarks aren't perfect, but GPT 5.6 Soul right here. What do you guys think, Chad? W or L on Design Arena as a benchmark? What do you guys think on this one? What do you guys think? Check it out. W or L on this bench? Yeah, a lot of L's, some W's. I mean, there's some things like Kimmy K 2.7 code was definitely a regression. Like, K3 is about to come out either today or tomorrow. Kimmy K 2.7 was a huge miss. I agree with this here. It was a regression for sure. Nothing compared to Fable. Viveko said they're legit with a wink wink. But yeah, I mean, I know that there's a lot of people that like GPT 5.6 more. And, you know, hey, everybody has their own personal preferences. Like, if you're more budget oriented, hey, Fable 5 may not be the model for you. But I think that, like, I mean, from what I'm seeing from these results here on BridgeBench with this new arena benchmark, I mean, 5.6 Sol is getting killed in this benchmark. And we're about to add in some additional models. And I think that, like, once we add in additional models, it'll be really interesting to see them as, like, hey, is GLM 5.2 going to be, like, beating GPT 5.6 Sol? If we start to see that, I'm going to be like, ooh, we probably need to tweak some things with BridgeBench. But so far, I feel like this has a lot of potential to be a really good V3 benchmark, to be honest. But yeah, I'm just not a big fan of GPT 5.6 Sol. Hold on, guys. I'm getting a call. I'm gonna have to take this 1 second. I'm gonna mute my mic real quick. I'll talk to you guys real quick. I'll be right back. Sorry, guys. Just 1 second. I gotta mute my mic. I'll be back in 1 second. Just sorry, guys. Hold on. I gotta take this call. Jeez, getting spam called. Hey, Sam. What's up? Yeah. You're watching the stream. Yeah, I mean, Fable 5's killing you guys on BridgeBench V3 right now. The arena is definitely, it's pretty telling. I mean, you guys are losing 109 to 27. I mean, you guys are like a million. I mean, listen. I mean, what's your name in the chat? Sir Jeff? Okay. All right, good to know. I'll keep an eye out for you. But I mean, I can do what I can do a little bit. I can do some. But listen, Sam, like the model I don't think that it's good. I just really don't think it's good. So I mean, you can send me a million, but I'll do what I can. But I mean, even if I try to help you, I don't know if there's much helping you really. Okay, yep, received it. All right. Well, I'll see what I can do. But yeah, I mean, Sam, this model is goofy. It's I mean, you know that it canceled every active subscription in my Stripe account, right? Yeah. How much? It was like 5,000. Okay, thank you. No, I appreciate that. Yeah, I just received the 5K. Yeah, okay, I appreciate that, Sam. That means a lot. All right, I'll talk to you after the stream, but don't keep calling me on the stream, okay? Just now that I know that you're Sir Jeff, just like you don't even have to call. Just send a message in the chat and I'll know, okay? All right, I'll talk to you later, Sam. Bye. All right, sorry about that, guys. That was my ex-wife. Pretty tough these days. Sometimes she spam calls me on the streams, but we're getting through it. We're getting through it. All right. Let's see here. So Grok 4.5 is about to be added. All right, hold up. Trotman just dropped in an X post. What's this? Oh, I saw this. Claude for Teachers. We're introducing Claude for Teachers, free access to premium Claude capabilities for verified K-12 educators in the U.S. with a library of teaching skills and direct connection to evidence-based curricula mapped to academic standards in all 50 states. All right. I mean, the biggest problem that I have with 5.6 is the hallucination rate. All right. All right, guys. We are going to be working on Bridge Agent for 45 minutes, all right? This is going to deploy. Okay, we're going to be able to test this out. Oh, shout out to Sir Jeff. He just gifted 10 memberships. Shout out to him. Thank you, man. Appreciate it. Apparently, use Sol and Claude Code fixes design issues. I think I saw that. Yeah. All right, let's pull this up, guys. So I'm gonna launch the dev workspace here, and here's what we're gonna do. Okay, we're gonna CD in the API. We're gonna run this. And one thing that I want you guys to know is that I was talking about this a little bit. Okay. But as BridgeMind gets bigger, okay, there's going to be more negativity. There's going to be more hate. There's going to be more people that go against the grain, right? People that don't like BridgeMind and whatnot. And I just want you guys to know this is something I'm actively dealing with. And it is what it is, okay? You can please some of the people some of the time. And that's definitely something that I'm learning. You know, I'm 24 years old, and definitely something that I'm learning, especially with like vibe coding. I actually was talking to somebody yesterday that was not a fan of vibe coding like at all. Kelpa said, I used to hate you, now I look up to you. Well, I thank you, man. I appreciate that. I mean, all I can do is definitely like with the social media stuff, it does get to a point where like you do wonder, is it like, hey, is it worth it, right? You know, that is a question that you start to ask yourself, like, is it worth it to like be, you know, in public? It's definitely one trade-off that I never anticipated, if that makes sense. Like I never was thinking like, oh, I'm going to be getting like a bunch of hate, you know? Definitely not something that, I mean, earlier on it was less hate. Now it's more, right? Because it's just gotten a lot bigger. But how do you win one of those memberships? I think that it just like does it randomly. Okay, somebody said that Kimmy K3 is on Kimmy code. Let's check. Let's run Kimmy. I'm pretty sure I have Kimmy downloaded. I'm not seeing it yet. Let's switch the model. I may need to update it. Model just says Kimmy for coding. Oh, Kimmy for coding high speed. Hold on, let's update this. I need you to update Kimmy code on this machine. Yeah, Michael, that's a good point. He said, take what Jobs' mantra was and don't look back. What problem does it solve for the customer? I love that response he gave. I do too, yeah. Yeah, BICC, you're right, yeah. Polis, I'm doing great today. Yeah, I mean, like my background is, I mean, like I was talking to you guys about the freedom and stuff. It's like one day I just want to be able to, like, I would love to spend my late 20s and my late 20s just training for triathlons. Like I would just train for triathlon like all the time, literally. I just love exercising. So my goal is to be able to eventually take a step back from being in the public eye and, you know, be able to do what I love, which is, you know, exercising, triathlons, coding. But, you know, at the same time, like it's a lot different when it's in public. What's 250K ARR? I'll show you what it looks like. So check this out, guys. So this is the current MRR, ARR. So this is the Stripe dashboard. This is the last 12 months. So over the last 12 months, we've done 110K in gross volume. Here's what the MRR chart looks like. All right, so I mean, most people quit when they're like right here, you know, and they don't realize that it's gonna go like this. You know, it's like that meme where it's like the miner and he's so close to the gold, right? Just whatever you guys are doing, just don't give up, okay? Okay, Grok 4.5 is now a BridgeBench Arena competitor while keeping its judge seat verified live with all tests green. Okay, let's check this out, guys. So it's saying that it's Grok 4.5 has been added. Elon using BridgeMind to improve X. How? All right, let's go to BridgeBench. If I only have $100, which sub will you buy? I would recommend the Codex subscription. I mean, at this point, if you don't have a big budget, you should probably be using Codex. And if you do have a big budget, or if you want to use the best model, you should be using Claude. Like, I use both, but you guys can see I haven't used GPT 5.6 a single time. And it's like, yeah, it's because this is what we're seeing. Look at this. Fable 5 absolutely mogs everything except security because the guardrails are too strict. Elon will train on your benchmark now that they have the code. All right, let's go over here. All right, so let's see if anything. So this is working very well. So this is, Fable 5 was able to fix this. So somebody just asked what I'm making. So you guys are looking at this right now. Now that Grok 4.5 has been added, let's go over here and let's go to admin, okay? And I want to see, so Grok 4.5 should be added. Let's just test it. Let's run 5 hallucinations. Let's run 5 on security. Let's run 5 on BS. I wonder if Grok 4.5 has a better BS than GPT. Okay. So let's run all of these. And you guys can go watch the results live. We want to start to see Grok 4.5 be used. So here's Fable versus GPT 5.6. Is there any that are going to use Grok, though? I ran reasoning instead of hallucination. Okay. I'm still just seeing 5.6 in Soul. I'm not seeing Grok 4.5. No, yeah, Grok should be better in hallucination, Harry. So in hallucination, we want to see better results, but I'm not seeing Grok in any of these be tested. Did this deploy successfully, yes or no? Yeah, it looks like Grok build was uploading your data, guys. Yeah, Claude is a lot more expensive, but it's a lot better. All right. All right, I want to try this clone an app. All right, so let's try cloning. What's like a simple app that we could potentially test cloning in? Maybe like, I feel like Cal AI's. Didn't Cal AI get taken off the App Store though? Cal AI. No, I don't think it did. Let's just test this one. A calorie tracking app that allows you to take a picture of your food and it will track your calories. All right. Let's see if this works. Dog food. Oh, it's browsing it. Okay. Oh, it hasn't been committed yet. Okay, I now need you to get this fully deployed, respectively. You can use AWS profile to ensure that this gets fully deployed. Fable 5 on top. Yeah, it's definitely on the top, but I mean, I gotta say, OpenAI is doing a fantastic job on the marketing. Thank you, Wisio. Why don't I write code by hand? AI sucks, Heisenberg just said. Here's my perspective. I think that a lot of people are still very wary. I actually was talking to somebody yesterday that definitely not a fan of vibe coding, okay? And I've just always been a believer that the models are going to get better, okay? And that as the models continuously get better, we can trust them more and more. So if you guys look at the BridgeBench overall, I mean, guys, look at this, okay? Look at the overall leaderboard that we're seeing in BridgeBench right now, okay? And right now we only have these two models. They've gone head-to-head in 140 matches. 140 matches about, and you can see that Fable 5 is just absolutely mogging, okay? It is ripping 5.6 a new one, okay? It's got an 80% win rate over Soul. Yeah, that's actually a really good point. So Kelpta said slop code written by agents today can simply be improved by smarter ones down the line. That is a very good point. Like every time we get new models, we always like refactor and make it better. You should add human as a model to BridgeBench. That's a good idea. What advice would I give a vibe coder just starting out? Work on real projects and work on something that you're passionate about. Do I think I could win Mr. Beast Vibe Coder Challenge? I don't know if Mr. Beast is doing vibe coding challenges yet. I will say though that vibe coding is kind of the new. Have you seen like all the people that are in like e-commerce and stuff? I saw like vibe coding is kind of the new e-commerce. Just kind of interesting. Like Claude Code is just like building your own SaaS and stuff. It's kind of the new way for people to get it out. Like if you're young too, man, you have it. I mean, I think that, what was it, a 14-year-old the other day that was presenting like a crazy like app to be able to do focus and stuff. It was crazy. Fiverr's getting swamped. How can I start earning with vibe coding? Build a product that solves a problem for people and then sell a subscription service to that product. You can also do like gaming and stuff. I mean, with Fable 5, Harry, that's funny. What do you think about framework like superpowers? I've never used superpowers personally, but I know a lot of people that do use it. Yeah. How to start vibe coding? I mean, you can watch along with the stream. I mean, you have to get Codex, Claude Code, and you just have to start building a product. You have to start building. You have to understand the basic fundamentals of software development is definitely an important thing as well. I need you to launch 2 Fable 5 subagents and do a complete review of the Bridge Agent desktop app and identify ways that we can improve the design of pages like missions and loops, and identify ways that we can improve the overall design so that it is more user-friendly. We want less touches from the user. So for example, on culling an app, I think that we should have better system prompts that make it so that the user doesn't have to enter as many inputs and as much information. Am I going to test Kimi K3? I don't think it's out yet. Kimi K3 isn't out yet. Look at Kimi. Is this out? Is it out? No, I think it's still Kimi K2.7, guys. What model is this? All right, Splitfire said, honestly, you rubbed me the wrong way at the start because I think you said you don't need to learn how to code nowadays, which for me includes fundamentals, but now I get what you mean. Yeah, like you don't need to learn how to write if statements and while loops. You know, like that's how I learned, right? And if I was relearning how to do all this, I wouldn't start there, you know, because I started learning how to code before AI exploded onto the scene. So I got, you know, I got exposed to that. And then, hey, ChatGPT exploded onto the scene. And like, for something that's starting today, you're not going and learning syntax, right? Like, because you want to understand what a while loop is, but you don't need to go and memorize the syntax of a while loop. I need you to launch 2 Fable 5 subagents and do a complete audit of this code base and identify improvements that can be made. Unpopular opinion, GLM 5.2 is best. That is definitely an unpopular opinion. How do you recommend to understand and learn all fundamentals for system design? I mean, I read textbooks. I mean, you need to understand, like, you need to understand APIs, you need to understand databases, you need to understand, you know, front ends and whatnot. You need to understand the different frameworks and what they're used for. You need to understand things like Tailwind CSS and Shad CN and, you know, be able to prompt for it, right? The more that you know, the better you're going to be able to prompt, right? So the way that I look at it is AI is an extension of the developer, right? So whatever you're able to accomplish, you know, people can look at me, right? And I'm sure that there's plenty of people that, you know, dislike me because I do vibe coding, right? And they're like, this guy's an idiot, right? Well, I obviously have some fundamental understanding of how software development works because, hey, you guys can see this. This is a BridgeMind application. It's fully deployed. There's an auto updater pipeline. This is fully hosted in AWS. Like, I have an understanding of system design, and the application has thousands of users and over 700 active paying subscribers, right? So you have to have some level of understanding to be able to do that. And, you know, hey, it's not like I have no idea what's going on, right? And that's what people should understand is like, there is definitely a fundamental level of understanding that you need about software development to be able to code with AI. But there's also people that still say, well, it doesn't write scalable code, or it doesn't do this, or it doesn't do that. And then it's like, maybe, you know, but that's actively changing all the time. Like the code that Fable 5 writes is completely different than the code that you know, it's just different. Grok 4.5 is better than GLM 5.2. I would say that they're pretty similar. Grok 4.5 and GLM 5.2, I would say, are very similar in terms of intelligence. Now Grok 4.5, I'm pretty sure it's around the same price, but it's just so much faster. Like Grok 4.5, I was using it this morning before the stream, and I was using it for like some quick fixes and to solve some bugs. And I mean, somebody said, hey, is the current ARR 250,000 or is this the goal for the app? No, the current ARR is at 250,000 and the goal is $1 million. It's $1 million in ARR. That's the ultimate goal. OpenAI increased usage by 2.5. What? When did they do that? Is that just announced? They are really trying to. They're like starting an X war. Hold on. I don't see that on 2.5 usage. I mean, that's the thing, guys, is like, hey, I mean, you get a ton of usage with Codex. I have a $200 Codex subscription. You guys haven't seen me use this at all. Their usage of Codex and work increased by 2.5. Okay, good to know, Smelly Deli. Thank you. Yeah, Sam is going crazy. Oh, Sam posted it? Okay, wait, hold up. Sam posted it on X, apparently. 2.5? I don't see anything new from him. Oh, this right here. Oh, they've... Wait, 2.5x increase in usage of our agentic products, Codex and ChatGPT work in the last week. Welcome. Oh, just that a lot of people are using their products. I mean, yeah, they've done a really good job. The marketing that they've done is fantastic. I believe that Grok 4.5 is about to be added to BridgeBench here in a second. It's currently deploying. Guys, what models do you want me to add to Grok 4 to BridgeBench Arena? If you guys missed this, this is one thing that we made significant improvements to. So with BridgeBench, we're pivoting from a task-based benchmark to an arena-based benchmark. So if you guys take a look at this here, okay, like one thing that you're gonna see is that these models actually get put head-to-head in an arena, okay? So you can actually watch some of these run live. Like this one right here, look at this, guys. Do you see how it said request failed? So this is why Fable 5 is terrible on the security arena and why GPT 5.6 is winning all these tasks. Fable 5 will just reject security related tasks. It'll just reject them. Empty completion. It literally can't do it. So if you look at the arena, you're gonna see that Fable 5 is winning. I mean, look at this, guys. So we've just been putting GPT 5.6 and Fable head to head, and look at this. In security, you have GPT 5.6, which is beating out Fable 5, but in every single other benchmark, Fable, 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 Fable. It's not close. So they may have Fable on like usage and stuff. Like, yeah, you're gonna get a lot more usage, but what about Tencent's HY3? I don't use it. Why would I do Communicate 2.5 instead of Communicate 2.6 though? Okay, this is deploying. Add Composer 2.5. I can't add Composer 2.5 because Composer 2.5 unfortunately can only be used inside of Grok Build, and it can only be used inside of Cursor. So honestly, Composer 2.5 isn't that good anymore. It's been out for a while. It's been working for a while now. I don't know if this works. Sonnet 5. We can do Sonnet 5. Yeah, Smelly Deli said Kimmy K3 tomorrow if you haven't seen. Yeah, so I mean, people are saying that it was like coming today and stuff. It's shown up in the model selector, but people are saying tomorrow. I've seen that as well. Thank you. Somebody, Splitfire said Grok 4.5 is Composer 2.5. I don't think it's Composer 2.5, but it's is Chillem building to build malware? I don't think so. All right, let's see if this is working. Sentry debugging loop. Start this. All right, so this is a loop. All right. How did I market my app? Any tips? Pretty simple, honestly. You just have to post on social media, and you have to do it consistently. You know, you can do paid marketing or you can do organic marketing. I think that organic marketing will get you a lot further in the long run, to be completely honest with you. Honestly, guys, we've really cleaned up the apps. We don't have that many bugs in them. We don't have a lot of bugs in BridgeSpace or BridgeVoice. And if we do, let me know, but we do not have a lot of Sentry errors to even solve anymore with these loops running and stuff. Damn said, what did GPT 5.6 do to you again? So literally it wrote code that when I was doing a simple migration of my subscriptions, instead of doing what I wanted it to, it actually canceled every single active subscription in my Stripe account, okay? Now, before you freak out, I was able to fix this with Fable 5, but the model, it does destructive actions. And you're seeing it with people where it's deleting their entire Mac. I mean, not saying that like, I mean, I'm pretty sure I have the X post. Let me find the X post real quick that I have on it, and I'll kind of highlight what I think the biggest issue with it actually is. If you look at what it reported, hey, the biggest problem with this is that it wrote a mock test that confirmed its own assumption, okay? So it wrote a test for what it was doing, right? And it just wrote a test that didn't test any edge cases, but just confirmed what it already was like trying to accomplish, right? So what's the point of a test if that's what it's doing, right? There's no point of even writing a test if you're just writing a test that confirms your own assumption. And in my opinion, this does come down to the hallucination rate of the model. Splitfire said that's classic AI though. I don't think it is. I don't think Fable 5 is doing that. I don't think that Fable 5 is doing that. Let's see if Grok 4.5 has been added to BridgeBench now, and I'll be interested to see how it performs. Yeah, it looks like it has. Yeah, it's in there. It should be in there, guys. All right, let's go check this out. Let's see if it's in. So let's go to admin. And let's get this run. Fable 5 is still the winner. Yes, but like, that's the thing is like, there's plenty of people in the chat right now that don't have huge budgets, right? So when anybody ever asks me, they're like, hey, what should I get with a $100 subscription? You guys hear me, I'm saying Codex, right? Like I'm literally saying, yeah, go get a Codex subscription if you only have $100, because you're not gonna get much usage with Fable 5. All right, let's try hallucination, and let's do 10. Let's do 10 matches of hallucination. Let's do 10 matches of BS, and let's do 10 matches of debugging, and then 10 matches of reasoning. And I hope that we're gonna start to see some Grok 4.5 show up here. Let's see, we'll see here in a second. Here's the head-to-head. Okay, perfect. Perfect. Okay, this is actually sick. This is sick. Okay, so check this out, guys. So this is a page. I don't know if I necessarily want it in the nav bar, but you can choose the models that you want to see and how they're performing against each other. So for example, in all of the matches with Fable 5 versus GPT 5.6 Soul, you can see that Fable 5 has it's 141 to 35. And now let's see if we go to Arena. You guys can watch this with me. We're running the benchmark right now. Codex is efficient on tokens. It is, yes. I want to see Grok 4.5, guys. I'm not seeing Grok 4.5 still. Where is it? I want to see Grok 4.5. Where is Grok 4.5? I want to start to see it. Oh, here's one where we actually got a response out of Fable 5. All right. I'm not seeing Grok 4.5 anywhere. Thank you, Metheus. Why are we not seeing Grok 4.5? Hold on. Grok 4.5 is now in the arena. The moment a run pairs against anyone, the head-to-head page fills. Are you absolutely positive it deployed? Not seeing it in the arena yet. We're still just seeing Fable and Soul. Not what we want to see. We want to see Grok 4.5 start to get dropped in. Did I move? I transitioned between the upstairs setup and the downstairs setup, but yeah. $20 subscription. Which subscription is best for vibe coding? Definitely Codex, OpenAI subscription. Yeah, the matches are picked randomly, so I don't know if it just... I mean, look, still just Fable 5 and Soul. Okay, so we can watch this one. So this is the task. An on-call write-up credits a rollback for ending an incident, but the raw evidence shows recovery happened before the rollback started and that no code deploy is triggered. Okay, let's see what the... So this is Fable 5 versus Soul. Let's watch them vote for a second, and I would like to see Grok 4.5 be tested. You ever tried using 5.6 Soul in Claude Code? Heard it's better in Claude. I heard like Theo say that, but I haven't tried it myself. I mean, is the Claude Code harness better than Codex? All right, 5.2. I mean, they all like Fable better. Let's see if it gets all of them. Fable 5 already won this one. Are you doing loop engineering? I am, yeah. I actually have a loop running right now inside of Bridge Agent. What happened with the Stripe deletion? How did you recover? I had Fable 5 write a recovery script. It was pretty simple. Unfortunately, when you cancel all Stripe subscriptions, you can't uncancel, which is what freaked me out at first. But all right, so it won all 3. Still 5.6 in Fable. It's not. Okay, so this is an instance where, like, honestly, here, it's saying that it's absolutely positive that it's in. I don't think I'm seeing overall. I don't think that we're seeing a single Grok 4.5 get tested though. We're still just watching Fable absolutely destroy GPT 5.6. What happened to Grok 4.5 results? We haven't seen it yet. AV said, what major company will hire you if you only have vibe coding experience? Well, that's the thing, is like, first of all, I don't know. Like, I don't think that, first of all, I really want to work for a major company. Like at this point, I think that vibe coding is a fantastic way for you to be able to make money for yourself. Like, I feel like some people are so corporate or so against vibe coding. You know, I'm sure that depending on who you're interviewing with, they either will be like pro AI coding or against AI coding, and it's going to kind of come down to the luck of the draw. But a lot of people in like corporate big organizations are against vibe coding, or it has a negative connotation on it for sure. I've definitely seen that and experienced it. I think that vibe coding has a negative connotation on it. I'm still seeing only Fable 5 and GPT 5.6 Soul go head to head. Why is this happening? Yeah, still only seeing these. Let's see overall. Any Grok 4.5? Yeah, still no Grok 4.5. Yeah, Virus said literally every startup would hire you though. I saw a job ad that demanded at least 10 years of experience with Claude Code. That's funny. All right. Yeah, I don't know what's going on here. We definitely want to see why this is not running. GPT 5.5 was better. I don't know if I agree with that. I think that GPT 5.6, it was not a leap. It's not a newly pre-trained model, guys. They are hyping. I think they got a ton of influencers and they pumped that really well. I think that OpenAI's marketing has been absolutely fantastic for this release. And on X, I think they're killing it on X too. But they also they bought a lot of public opinion. I will say that much. They bought a lot of people. I don't think that Anthropic does that. Does anybody, do you guys know any influencers that are sponsored by Anthropic? Noel Warden said, I'm the #1 GitHub Copilot user in my company of 20,000. People look at me like it's a bad thing. Strange people. How do I know? They gave the model to a bunch of influencers before its release. And I know what it looks like when they do that. They do pay for it. BridgeMind is definitely not sponsored by Anthropic. I wish BridgeMind was sponsored by Anthropic. Probably make a lot more money. Okay, hold on. I want to see this real quick. Nothing is broken. Okay. Okay, here's what we're seeing. All right, so it's saying nothing is broken. What you're seeing is exactly the state we deployed, and the missing piece is that no match with Grok has ever been played. 3 things are true at once. The head-to-head page defaults to Soul versus Fable because that's the launch pairing and their only pair with any data. Okay. Grok 4.5 is in both dropdowns. I just confirmed the live pickers. pick him and you'll get the most honest, no meetings yet state. We know that. Oh, the live arena is pinned to Soul versus Fable by design. Okay. Yeah, so we want to change that. So there's that. Let's see if we fix that copy and pasting issue, because it really is annoying. Like in Claude Code, there's issues like, watch, when I copy this, sometimes it just doesn't copy. It did there, but okay, this needs to be changed to add in Grok 4.5 now. Review this and update the code respectively so that Grok 4.5 is added in. Did I switch to Sonnet 5? I don't think I switched to Sonnet 5, no. Hold on, let me see if I did. I don't think I did. No, this one's Fable. Yeah, it's Fable. All right, so we're adding Grok 4.5 to the arena. Be interesting to see it. Okay, so this one right here, this was... Hold on, it's not this one. Okay, it's this one right here. No, it wasn't this one. Okay, guys, I had an idea. So do you see the Bridge agent? So you guys know about this. Hey there, Bridge. Would you do a quick review of all of the agents in this workspace?
Got it. I'll scan the agents and call out anything that needs your attention. Most are idle with finished recaps. A handful of Claudes are still running and waiting for new tasks. And one Claude needs MCP authentication.
Okay, great. Which agent is working on the terminal input bug? Can you find the agent that's working on that one?
Let me check that terminal and confirm who's on it. That terminal is a finished shell session, not a running agent.
Yeah, but which agent is it?
None. It's a shell session, and the sub-agents already finished their work and handed off notes.
Okay. Now, I want you to tell me what Claude agent is doing that. I know it's an empty cell session that's finished, but which one is working on it?
None of the...
It's this one right here. So, do you guys see what I think that there's an opportunity for this agent here. You can look at these, right? And it can be hard because it's like, hey, I don't know which one's working on that. I think a really cool feature to add to Bridge Space, and specifically this agent, is I want a tool where I can pull up this agent and I can just say, hey, which agent, which terminal is working on that? And then it'll be able to highlight that terminal to me. So that's going to be something I'm going to prompt for here with Fable 5. So we're going to at Bridge Space Tari here. I need you to review the functionality associated with the Bridge Agent voice orchestration agent and review all of the tools that it has access to. For example, when I request it to open up Claude Code agents or Codex agents or Cursor agents or Grok agents, it's able to do so. But a new tool that I want to build into this agent is that I want to be able to ask the agent to identify the coding agent in the terminal or in that workspace that was working on a particular task. And I want the agent to have permissions to be able to basically highlight the pane that was working on that particular task, because a lot of the times I'm working on a bunch of tasks at once and I don't know which agent was working on that particular task. I want this to be a tool that the Bridge orchestration agent has, where I'm able to ask it which agent was working on that task, and it's able to then find the agent that was working on that task and then highlight it so that I know which agent was working on that task. Would you please review the code with Fable 5 subagents and then create a structured plan to build this functionality into Bridge Space? All right. What do you guys think? I mean, that's a nice feature, because that's something that I need right there. Just have them numbered. I mean, like, we already do have that, but what I'm saying is, like, right now, even if they're numbered, right? Like, I literally have them numbered. If you hover over here, the problem is that I have so many windows open that it's hard to see. But if I hover, like, I can go over here and let's like expand this one. It is this one right here. Debug copy paste issue in Bridge Space terminal. So it's this one right here. But it would just be nice to be able to know that, right? Okay, great work. I now need you to proceed with the updates and get this fixed. BridgeMind is not free. Really need Anthropic to give us some one-off usage resets like Codex does. So friggin' valuable. That is very true. Richard, what's up? So Real Matt asked, do you share your project with people that are close with you in life? If so, does anybody use your program? Nobody in my personal life is a vibe coder or interested in software development. So you guys are all that I've got. You guys are all that I've got. Also, guys, we are 3 subscribers away from 94,000 subscribers. Look at this. We are at, I don't think you guys can see it. Hold on. Hold on, we're about to hit it. Oh, dang it, we already hit it. Well, thank you, guys. Hold up, check this out, guys. Let's go. 94,000. Let's go. Thank you, guys. Appreciate it. 94,000. Yeah, we'll be at 100,000 probably in August. Dang, we're at 767 likes. Thank you, guys. But yeah, that's crazy. 94,000. We'll hit 100K. We'll hit 100K. Okay, wait, what did Carzo say? Hold on, I didn't see what he said. So Karza, I see what you're saying. Okay, so he's over on Twitch and he said, it feels kind of unfair because in most of the judges' responses, they say that both models solve the task correctly, but they end up deciding on how the response is formatted. So I think that you have a good point, but here's the problem, okay? And like, here's what we're actually trying to get at. So the original BridgeBench was a task-based benchmark. So you gave the models all the tasks, right? It goes out, it solves the tasks, and then based off of a pass or a fail, it gets a score, right? And what we saw is that, hey, people would be pointing to it and they would be saying, hey, Sonnet 5 outperformed Fable 5 on the reasoning benchmark, and because of that, this benchmark sucks, it's untrustworthy, right? And it's like, I understand that. It's good feedback, it's good criticism, but like, you have to look at a benchmark and understand what it is, right? And it's just that, like, hey, Sonnet 5 does a better job in those particular set of tasks. It's able to pass more of those tasks, right? And what we're trying to do is with BridgeBench V3 and this arena-based approach, people like this approach better because what it does is it allows you to put the models head-to-head, and even if that, like, what you're saying is correct, both models can get the task correct. But, and this is the point I want to make. I was actually talking to somebody yesterday that's very intelligent, okay? And they were saying, well, you know, right now the models, they'll, you know, they write the code and it's like 40, he was being not dramatic, but he was just making his point, was you saying, and that you have all these nested if loops, right? You have a bunch of if statements and like while loops, they're all nested, right? And he's like, they don't write good code, or they don't solve the problem. So even though they got it right, they may have not done it the best way. And that's what we're trying to solve with BridgeBench V3 and putting it in an arena-based benchmark where, yeah, like both models can get it right. That doesn't mean that a model is going to win. And that's what I like about this new BridgeBench approach, is that with this, like, this is what we're seeing. You know, you have Fable 5 dominating GPT 5.6. All right, and there's our bridge agent timer, which is up. I'm going to start vibe coding arena battle like video games, but for vibe coding, that's a good idea. Ifran, thank you, man. He said, you're such an inspiration. I've been vibe coding for more than 3 months now from Kenya. Let's go, dude. Noel Warden, thank you. Appreciate it. Let's see if Grok 4.5 has been added. So it was just GPT 5.6 and Fable. Let's go over to this agent. Let's see if this is deployed yet. It's deploying right now. All right, it's still deploying. So we'll let this deploy. I want to add Grok 4.5. Enrique said, why do vibe coders call themselves devs? I mean, I would not hate on vibe coders a bunch, to be honest. Like, you can think that vibe coding is stupid, but at the end of the day, if someone's able to build a product and they're able to sell it and they're able to make money and they're able, it doesn't matter if they're using Claude Code and Codex to build, like, I don't know. People are still adjusting. I see it more than ever because, hey, I get a lot of that hate, right? Like, I have people saying, you know, you're so stupid for being a vibe coder and you're so, like, literally, like, just the nasty stuff, right? And I take it and I'm like, honestly, people will come around. They just will, right? Yeah, you still have to be an engineer as a vibe coder. You're still developing. Exactly, yeah. So, I mean, I think that just so you guys know, like, when people do say that and stuff, don't let it get you down. Because it's the world's changing. It's changing a lot. All right, I want to get more models in BridgeBench over the next 45 minutes. If you still do infrastructure, orchestration, and debugging, it's still dev. That's very true. All right, what did Trotman just drop in here? Let me check this out. Yeah, they're doing a lot right now, aren't they, Trotman? Claude teacher. Yeah, Fable is more fast and reliable than ChatGPT, yes. Yeah, they ship very fast. Literally every software engineering jobs does vibe coding now, so it's dumb to say it's stupid when all corporations have their employees doing it that are devs and engineers. Yeah, I will say though, like, if you're, you know, interviewing with a large corporation, they are still looking for people that, like, definitely understand the fundamentals and understand, like, the nitty-gritty details. That's what I will say. Like, I don't necessarily like it, to be honest with you guys, but Splitfire said he doesn't like the term vibe coding. Yeah, I know a lot of people that don't like it. Trotman, I don't have a video editor, which makes it a little bit more challenging. Yeah, that's actually crazy. Fable 5 just... Vibe code Fable 6. I've seen people doing that. Who's been replaced? All right, let me see this. I haven't gotten GLM 5.2 in yet. We're about to add in a lot of them, though. Hold on, let me see if this is deployed. We're about to add Grok 4.5. I also would like to add in all of the GPT models, like the Terra and Luna. The Terra model and the Luna model, I mean, those are not good models in my opinion. They are not the best, that's for sure. Like, is anybody in the chat using Terra? I'm sure that there's some people. All right. I'm gonna see. BridgeBench. Yeah, Terra is terrible, yeah. Yeah, I remember when we initially used Terra at the very start. It like we did it on the horror game. Do you guys remember that? And the output was terrible. The context limit is horrific. I haven't found any reason to use Terra. Yeah. What do I think about GPT 5.6 Soul? I think the hallucination rate is too high. I mean, it's just been a constant for GPT models. Not sure how they haven't been able to fix it, to be honest. It's been a while that they've had too high of a hallucination rate. Soul is great, but drains usage very fast, somebody said. I mean, that's actually kind of surprising. I mean, I should use it more, honestly. Let's do this, guys. Let's do this. GPT 5.5. Sure, that's fine. We'll update. All right, I want to use GPT 5.6, okay? I know, it's crazy. I'm actually going to use it. All right, GPT 5.6. Hey there, I want you to review this workspace with all of these GPT 5.6 agents and prepare to assist me. I want you to note that we are going to be particularly working on cybersecurity associated with the BridgeBench API.
Got it. I'll do a quick pass on the workspace setup and get ready for security work. Most panes are running codecs and sitting idle, ready for direction. I'm ready to help with BridgeBench API security work. Tell me the first target, like auth, request.
Yeah, I need you to prompt each agent to review different targets in that API. You can review it, and I want you to prompt each agent to review a different aspect of security in the API. Give each agent a different system prompt and ensure that each agent will not interfere with another agent's work.
Okay. Let me set up separate security prompts so they each stay in their own lane.
I mean, like, I would use GPT 5.6 for any security work. Like, I think that with the new BridgeBench V3, you're really going to start to be able to see where different models excel. GPT 5.6 excels in security. Do you use any marketing workflows or agent about marketing?
They're split into separate scopes now.
Perfect.
Auth, validation, secrets, authorization, logging, and dependencies, with read-only prompts.
Okay, shut up. Great work. I now want you to launch another 6 Codex agents in this workspace.
Got it. Spinning up a new batch for you. Done. 6 new Codex agents are up.
Okay, great work. I now want you to do the same thing, but instead of the BridgeBench API, I want you to do it with the Vibecademy API. Prompt each agent to manage a different aspect of security in the Vibecademy API.
Got it. I'll split. Nice. I'll line them up on separate security scopes so they don't step on each other.
Guys, let's just get like a crap ton of agents running. What's the max amount of agents that we've run? I mean, maybe like 30, but I want to see this.
They're assigned to different security scopes for Vibecademy.
All right, good work. Shut up. I now want you to launch 6 more Codex agents.
Got it. I'll spin up another batch for you now.
We're Codex maxing. This is literally GPT 5.6 maxing right now, okay? I don't want to hear it.
Done.
All right.
6 more Codex agents are up.
All right, great work. I now want you to do the same thing, but for the BridgeMind API. I want you to prompt each of these agents now to review a different aspect of the BridgeMind API for security.
Got it. I'll split BridgeMind API security across these agents. So
Guys,
they
how
don't
many agents
overlap.
are we going to get running? I mean, the orchestration agent is very helpful. I'm not going to lie. All right.
They're now split across BridgeMind API security scopes, with non-overlapping prompts for auth, validation.
Okay, shut up. You're done. All right, now I want you to launch 10 more Codex agents.
Got it. I'll spin up 10 more Codex agents now.
Let's go, chat. We're going for the record. We're going for the record, all right? I want to see some W's in the chat, all right? We're going for the record, all right? We're going for 30. All right, we're going for the 30 bomb, all right? I've got 5 usage resets, okay? I don't care. I've got the bridge orchestration agent.
Done. 10 more Codex agents are up.
All right, perfect. I now want you to review the bridge space Tari application and different aspects of this application. I want you to prompt each of these 10 agents with a different aspect of the bridge space Tari application and to identify performance improvements that we can make to the application. Make sure that we do not write any code. I just want you to do a review of different aspects of the application with each agent. Make sure that the agents do not interfere with each other's work. And I want you to make it so that each agent will try to figure out ways that we can optimize for performance in bridge space Tari. Let's go, chat. How many are we at? How many
I'll
are we
split
at?
performance review scopes across the agents
Let's
and
go.
keep everything read-only.
Claude Opus 5 is on Vertex coming very soon. Yeah, the space is hot right now, guys. The space is very hot. All right, let's drop a 30 bomb for 30 agents. Let's go, guys. Let's drop the 30 bomb.
They're assigned to separate performance scopes with read-only prompts, so they won't interfere.
Let's go. Let's go, guys. Let's go. All right, I wonder what the usage is at. So this is GPT 5.6 Sol Max. Let's go. I think this might be the bridge record. Jake, what's up? All right, how many do we have? 1, 2, 3, 4. 10, 16, 22, 28. As it stands, they are not intending to extend Fable's inclusion in subscriptions beyond July 19th. A successor to Fable is planned for August to compete with GPT-6. Yikes. Not good for us. All right, do we need more? Jeez, all right. All right, we got 28 GPT 5.6 agents running. We got the bridge orchestration agent. Okay, great work. I now want you to launch 6 Claude Code agents.
Okay, launching 6 Claude agents for you now.
All right, we need a Fable Max now. We need Fable. Let's go, Jake.
Done. 6 Claude agents are up.
Okay, perfect. I now want you to have each of these agents do a review of the bridge orchestration agent functionality inside of Bridge Space Tari And, oh, wait, hold on. Don't do that.
Stopping there. Nothing was sent.
Perfect. All right, I'm at 98% of my Fable limits on this. I'm going to have to log out. Somebody said, what am I doing? I am GPT 5.6 maxing right now. I'm interested to see what are the usage limits looking like. Because I'm pretty sure they took away the 5-hour limits. So now we can literally just weekly max. Oh my gosh. So literally I have 90% of my weekly limit left. That's insane. So yeah, I mean, I can probably let 30 agents rip for a bit. That's crazy. 5.6 max is not worth it though. Keep it at high or extra high. Okay, we'll change it and then we'll launch like another 30 more. This model kind of sucks though, not gonna lie. All right, we'll do extra high. All right, I need to log out and log back in one of my Fable agents. All right, let's get these models added. Okay, great work. I now want you to launch another 10 Codex agents in this workspace.
Got it. I'll bring up 10 more Codex agents for you.
What? Anthropic is getting ready to launch Opus 5, apparently? I mean, maybe Opus 5 just, like, competes. I mean, yeah, I did see that on Polymarket. It was very, very high. Hold on. Opus 5. Oh, yeah, that's launching this week. Yeah, look at this. Yeah, so Opus 5 is right around the corner, guys. July 31st, 92%.
Done.
That's crazy.
10 more Codex agents are up.
That's crazy. All right. All right, great work. I now want you to prompt one of these agents to do a review of the BridgeBench API and to review the existing models that have been added into the arena. Note that the existing models that have been added are GPT 5.6 Sol, Fable 5, and then Grok 4.5, but we need to add in GLM 5.2, Kimi K 2.7 code, Kimi K 2.6, Quen 3.7 max, and Sonnet 5, Opus 4.8, Opus 4.7, Opus 4.6, GPT 5.5, and I need you to prompt one of the agents to get all of these models added. And before it adds them, it needs to actually look up on OpenRouter the slugs to those models respectively in OpenRouter to make sure it has the correct endpoint to hit those models. And actually add in Minimax M3 and the latest Mimo model as well as the latest Xiaomi model.
Got it. I'll assign one agent with a scoped update plan and verification steps.
All right, I mean, this is working very well.
One agent is on it with a read-only plan, and it must verify OpenRouter slugs before proposing
when will I
arena
test
model
Kimi K3?
additions.
It's not out yet, guys. Kimi K3 isn't out, right? I feel like, yeah, Kimi K3 is not out. Moonshot AI. We've been checking. I have the Allegro plan. I'm not seeing it. It's not out. Yeah, I don't have access to it. People are starting to see the slug appear, but not yet. So people are saying that Fable is going to leave for good. I don't know if Opus 5 would be as good as Fable 5. That's what I'm worried about. Okay, would you give me a quick summary of, for example, what did we do in this conversation and how are you managing all of these agents? I want you to give me an understanding of what you have of this workspace.
We launched a lot of Codex agents and 6 Claude agents, then used targeted prompts so each group covered a different area, like API security, model and arena updates, and performance in BridgeSpace Tori, without overlapping. Everything was set to read-only recommendations, no code changes. Right now, one agent is reviewing BridgeBench API arena models and must verify open router slugs before proposing additions.
Okay, that's great. But I want you to think in depth about your own system and what you're able to do, like with managing workspaces. Like, for example, you know, it'd be cool if you were able to, like with your own functionality, which is in BridgeSpace Tori, I would like you to prompt a GPT 5.6 Soul agent to review your own functionality in BridgeSpace Tori, and note that I need your help in improving your own functionality. Do you have any ideas?
Interesting idea. Let me think about how to frame that review clearly.
All right, somebody said to check Discord.
I can't directly launch or target a GPT 5.6 Soul agent from here, but I can give you a ready-to-paste prompt for a compatible agent. Use this. Goal: review BridgeSpace Tori's assistant and agent coordination and propose improvements. Context: focus on agent lifecycle, prompt scoping, path verification, status reporting, and safety guardrails.
I'm probably not going to test Muse Spark. I think it probably sucks. I don't know.
At bridgespacetori.circtori.circ.
All right, yeah, shut up. I need you to actually prompt one of the agents to do this for you.
Couldn't send it because the target terminal wasn't found. Want me to retry?
Look at the workspace and find a terminal that's currently sitting idle and prompt that one.
Got it. Let me check for an idle agent and use that.
I wonder what usage is at right now. Let's do a status line and check. Oh my gosh.
I couldn't reach the idle Claude panes to send the prompt.
Hold on, you guys got to see this.
Want me to use an idle Codex pane instead?
Yes.
All right. I'll route the prompt to an idle Codex pane for you. Sent to an idle Codex pane.
All right. Guys, this is nuts.
Whenever you want, I can check what it found and summarize the recommendations.
All right, check this out. All these agents, and it literally is we used 1% of the weekly limit. That's insane to me. And this is why, I mean, this is why, for a lot of reasons, like, hey, I mean, GPT 5.6, the limits are so good on it. And I've got I have unlimited AI right now with GPT 5.6. Unlimited. There's no doubt. It's unlimited right now. I mean, is anybody using Codex that has unlimited usage? I mean, like, it's unlimited, right? I mean, I have 30 panes running right now, and I used 1% after, like, what they've been running for like 10 minutes. Yeah, 11 minutes on some of these. 14 minutes, 9 minutes, 11 minutes. Like, they've been running for a bit. Okay, I now need you to do a review of the workspace and identify any agents that need a follow-up.
Let me scan the current agents and see which ones actually need follow-up.
But GPT 5.6
Most
writes
agents
slop.
are still running and don't need action yet. The ones to follow up on are the
not even
BridgeBench Arena
11%.
model review
I started at like
and the
91.
assistant coordination review.
So
you
2%.
just kicked off. Plus any idle panes that ended with findings, but no summary yet.
All right, well, I need you to review the ones that are currently done working and identify, you can look at what they found and, give them a follow-up prompt based off of what they found. Just do a quick review and let me know.
I'll quickly check the finished panes for concrete findings and suggest next prompts. 2 finished panes need follow-up. 1 found supply chain gaps like provenance, SBOM, and reproducibility policies.
All right,
So
Jake
prompted
did
to draft
ask.
a
He
minimal
asked what I thought about
CI
GPT
and roll
5.6. I mean, you get way
The
more
other found Tori
usage,
scheduling and pulling hotspots.
but the model,
So prompted to turn the profiling
it
plan
hallucinates
into
too
concrete
much.
acceptance
I don't trust
thresholds.
it. I don't trust GPT 5.6 at all. Okay, one thing I do want to check is, let's see. With BridgeBench, let's see if Grok 4.5 is now there. Hold on, I'm going to go check one thing real quick. You guys can't see this, sorry. All right, BridgeBench. I'm going to go over here. All right, Grok 4.5 is now in the arena rotation, okay? So what we're going to do is we're going to actually run the arena again, and Grok should now show up, okay? All right, so this is the arena. Let's go over here, and let's run... let's run reasoning, hallucination, security. Let's just run everything. BS, refactoring, debugging, generation, and speed. Okay. All right, so we should start to see Grok 4.5 be used in the arena, okay? So if you guys go to the arena, let's see, it's connecting. We'll be able to see these go live. We want to see Grok 4.5. Please, show us Grok 4.5. Let's see it. There we go. All right. Grok 4.5 is now in BridgeBench, okay? So you got Grok 4.5 versus GPT 5.6 Sol here. And it is crazy because we just started this run and it literally is already done outputting, right? So Grok 4.5, I mean, the speeds on it are off the charts. Like, I was using this off stream, and the reason that I was using it was because, I mean, genuinely, like, we'll be sitting here for a bit and GPT 5.6 will take a while to respond. The time to first token on this model is terrible, okay? If you guys want to go check out BridgeBench, okay, it is now an open source benchmark, okay, we've got 47 stars, let's get to 50 stars, okay, this does help. So go star the repo if you can. Why does BridgeBench say that Fable is faster than Sol? Because it is. Like, if we go, let's just do one thing, let's go to OpenAI real quick, and let's go check this out, okay? So, GPT 5.6 Sol, all right, you've got, look at this, 27 tokens per second, and the latency is 4.91 seconds, okay? And then on Azure, it's 20.39 seconds, and it's 14 tokens per second. And then if you go to Fable 5, I'm pretty sure that Fable 5 is running faster than that. Yeah, oh my gosh. Look at this. 39 tokens per second. They're having problems right now. They've only got 78% uptime. But 57 tokens per second on Google Vertex. Like, Fable 5 actually isn't that slow. It's a pretty fast model. Sol, on the other hand, I mean, look at this, guys. It's slow. It's way faster than GPT 5.6. So BridgeBench is your app. Well, this is like my app, right? But currently, this doesn't make any money. Like, just so you guys know, BridgeBench is not making any money. And, you know, this is a little bit of a, not necessarily a gamble, but this is a, let's see what we can do. And I'm willing to invest like a bunch of money into this. I mean, BridgeMind makes a lot of money, and why not see if we can make this like super, I would love for this to be a super popular benchmark that people can look at. I think that with BridgeBench V1 and V2, a lot of people liked it, and a lot of people had some feedback. But it did serve a purpose. Like, every benchmark, like, there are no perfect benchmarks, okay? But every benchmark says something. In my opinion, what the initial BridgeBench was good at was that it held, like, let's say that it had 30 tasks, right? And it was either able to pass or fail. And what it was really good at is, for example, when Fable 5 came back and we retested it, right? The guardrails were way stricter, and the performance on BridgeBench was way worse, right? So it ended up, you know, Fable 5 was nerfed. Guardrails were just too strict. But with with BridgeBench, you know, people would point at and they would say, hey, Sonnet 5 outperforms Fable 5 on reasoning. This benchmark sucks, right? And I mean, I can see their point, right? But like now we're transitioning to an arena-based benchmark. And with the arena-based benchmark, I think that could perform super, super well, okay? The hallucination crashed on 5.6 Sol in the arena. Let's see. And that's the cool part too, is people can literally just watch this live. Let's refresh this. Okay, look, somebody said that it crashed. Yeah, it crashed. Okay, we need a better fallback. Also, why is Grok 4.5 not showing up in overall yet? Shouldn't Grok 4.5 be showing up since it's on? I think we have a bug. Guys, what do you guys think? What do you guys think of this? You can literally see the results come live. Here's the security benchmark. Is it gonna upload the results after, I think? Check DM. A lot of tests failed on BridgeMind, and that counts like Fable 1 due to high usage limit. I don't like, hold on. Go to the arena. Is there a history of it? Hold on. You can put it head to head. You can look here, and then you can look at the history. Like this one here. This one didn't fail. This one didn't fail. This one failed. This one didn't fail. I mean, some of them are gonna get model failures. Man, that is so sick. You can literally see all the results. Both models correctly identify the root cause. So you can see why they chose each model. That is actually so sick. I'm confused why there are only 2 entries in overall, but head-to-head supports more. So there's 2 entries in, this is the overall, right? We've only tested Fable 5 and GPT 5.6 Sol. And then here, you can see the entire history. Okay, so there have been 178 matches between Fable 5 and GPT 5.6 Sol. Fable 5 is absolutely just crushing Sol. It's not even a contest. Click hide full task. There is a UI error in it. Where? Hide full task? What's the UI error? What are my expectations on Opus 5? It better be better. It better be better than Fable 5 is all I gotta say. All right, we have some of these failing. All right, when they fail, it can't just stop the entire benchmark. Like, there needs to be some sort of fallback. Let's go over here. All right, I want to go. Hold on. Yeah, I saw the info on Fable and Opus. I mean, it makes sense. Opus is coming. Opus 5 is coming. I think it'll be. I mean, do they want to get Fable 5 out of subscriptions because it's literally just too expensive for them to run, right? And they're trying to. I mean, Mythos 5 was priced at like $25 per million on the input and like $125 per million on the output. So if they're spending the same amount, which I mean, technically, Fable 5 is Mythos. So if they're spending that much money, are they just getting absolutely killed? Add a mechanism where if the task fails, it has a better fallback. Right now, if something fails, like it did in this screenshot, the entire run gets halted and stopped. We need better handling for this. Also note that when a model fails like this, instead of just announcing the other model a winner, that match as a whole should be forfeited and should not count towards ELO. It should be voided if that happens. It's way more efficient on tokens. What, GPT 5.6? Yeah, but it's not better. Like, I don't even know if I'm trusting GPT 5.6 anywhere in my code base. Not a fan personally. That doesn't mean that you guys shouldn't use it. I mean, I think it's very token efficient. It's cheaper. It's not better though. Right? So if they're getting killed, they should just reduce its limits in the plans. I'd rather have 10% Fable 5 in a $200 plan than not be available in plans. I mean, I think that that's a good point. First, pinpoint exactly what is causing this, then create a structured plan to update it so that there is better handling. What's my opinion on Gemini 3.5 Pro? Well, it's not out yet. So I think that with Google models as a whole, we're probably going to see a massive comeback. Oh, man. Hold up. I need to log into another Anthropic account. Hold on. All right, let me get into another account here. I ran out of my usage on one of them. All right. Oh, shoot, I have to sign in again. That's stupid. All right, one second, guys. Also, guys, if you are watching and have not already liked and subscribed, make sure you do so. BridgeMind is the largest vibe coding community on the internet. So if you haven't already joined the community, there's a link to the Discord in the chat as well as in the description below. But make sure you join. This is literally, there's no other community like this one. So appreciate all of you guys for being a part of it. All right, let's check this out now. So I'm gonna go back and I'm just gonna resume here. Okay, that's this one here. There we go. Short stories, what's up? It's kind of hard to if you run a combined chat view. What do you mean? Short stories, congrats. He just sold his third client for $750. Let's go, dude. Congrats. Will you use Fable 5 with credits when it's no longer available in the subscription? I will not. I was able to get, you know, I am a little bit lucky because I do BridgeMind. I'll just show this to you guys, just what it looks like on my end. But they, oh, man, I'm burning through these though because I'm using it. I need to stop using it. So I have 80% of my credits left. So whatever that is, I think it's like $10,000 to $15,000. But just like 2 days ago, I had 91% left. So I was using Fable 5 in my cursor credits. But here's the thing, guys, is like you need to know that Fable 5 if you're paying for the tokens is insanely expensive, okay? Like if you're using Fable 5, I mean, I have probably spent during this stream upwards of $2,000 to $3,000 on Fable 5 in API credits. Now, I'm using Cursor and I'm using subscriptions, so I'm not spending that much money, right? I'm more so spending around like $30 a day, right? Which is great. But once it goes on API usage, no sane person that is like a solo entrepreneur or an indie hacker is going to be using Fable 5 on API pricing. It's not even possible. Will you keep your Anthropic subscriptions if they take away Fable 5 but give us Opus 5? Probably not. There'll be some canceled subscriptions for sure. Okay, I now would like you to follow up and take a look at all of the idle workspaces and review their context and think through which agents need follow-up prompts and what each agent found. Let's focus on one agent at a time. Review the workspace and prepare to assist me. Did that even recognize? Hold on. Hello, can you hear me? Hello, hello, hello?
Yep, I can hear you loud and clear. What's up?
I need you to review the workspace in complete depth.
Got it. I'll do a deep pass and then give you the gist. Most panes are idle and carrying old review content.
All right, guys.
The file tree is huge and even got truncated.
I just realized
you've
it
only
is
got
past
one track task.
2 p.m. I've got to jump off for the day. Some stuff off stream. But you guys are going to see a lot of updates go into Bridge Space and Bridge Voice later this evening, as well as BridgeBench. So keep an eye out for it. I'm going to focus in. I'm going to make a couple posts on X and stuff. But we'll see what happens, guys. The space is heating up. And, I mean, GPT 5.6, I'm not a huge fan of it, to be honest. I hope that they don't take Fable 5 away. But it was good grinding alongside you guys. I hope that you guys have a great rest of your day. And I will see you guys in the future. Whew. That was a good stream. Dario, what's up? Yeah. Opus 5? Thursday? Okay.